Welcome to another Australian old-time radio show. This is a collection of shows that will keep you entertained for hours. Episode 3.
Where are you, Dad?
Here I am, you
This is the Todman Show that featured Keith Smith interviewing children from around 1959. There was another Todman's Show that was Australia's romantic national quiz, where only engaged couples participate. The young couples talk about their romantic experiences and answer quiz questions in order to win prizes of paint and the services of a painter supplied by Todman's.
Ladies and gentlemen, here's the very first Taubman Show with Keith Smith.
Hello there. Hi there. Good evening, everybody. Well, it's nice to have you with us for the first Taubman Show. There'll be lots of fun and a big surprise later on tonight. You'll hear all about the big new competition with a fabulous prize, the kind of prize any family would love to compete for. Everybody can be in it. As well as the laughs and fun we'll have together every week, we'll bring you helpful information on home painting, all from Taubmans, who make inside paints and outside paints, each specially formulated for its particular job. Taubmans Revolite, Gaydeck and Fix for inside, Taubmans Butex for outside. And now for the children, and here they come, the youngsters. The very first two. Ooh, a little boy on stilts and a bigger boy. What's your first name and age?
Frank, and I'm 11. Richard, and I'm 7.
Good. We're going to talk about me taking your mother out. Would your mother mind if I took her out for the evening?
Well, she'd love it because she doesn't go out that much. Dad's always coming home late.
How about your mother? Would she mind if I asked her out for the evening, Richard?
I don't think so because Daddy would know because he doesn't come home from work till 7 o'clock.
I didn't have it in mind to be sly and sneak in and sneak out, you know. Well, come to think of it, that's not a bad idea. Would Mother be very particular, though, how I looked? Would she expect me to dress up to take her out? Is she that kind of woman?
I don't think she would want you to dress up very much because she doesn't dress up very often.
I wonder what the neighbours would say when they saw me call for your mother in a car.
Oh, they all get around the circle and start gossiping.
Let's start gossiping. Would they gossiping?
No, gossiping.
Yes, gossiping. Yes, I think neighbours always gossip. Would your mother expect me to buy her a nice corsage? What sort of corsage could I buy your mother?
None, because she never wants it.
I think the audience is madder than the children tonight. That's crazy. Would your mother expect me to buy her a corsage?
No, I don't think so.
Why do you say that?
I don't even know what they are.
Don't you know what a corsage is?
The little lady wears it.
Yes, she does. It's a little bunch of flowers.
Oh, that's right.
Yes. But if I took your mother out, what time would I have to bring her home, Richard?
Before dark and 2.
Before dark?
Yeah.
Why?
Oh, because she doesn't know the way in the dark.
How about your mother? If I took her out for the evening, what time would I have to bring her home?
You'll have to bring her home before 7, before Dad gets home, because he likes his tea on the table.
I might have time to cook it, but let's have the secret word. The secret word is something found in ancient Egypt, and here's the answer for those at home first.
A mummy. A mummy.
Okay, what is it found in ancient Egypt?
Tall buildings.
Not tall buildings, no.
Camels.
Not camels.
Pilgrims or something.
Pilgrims, goblins. No, not that, no.
Trees.
Not trees, no.
Egyptmen. Egyptmen.
Egyptmen. Egyptmen and pilgrim in Gotham. Yes? You ready for golfers?
Big lovely houses.
No, this is in Egypt, amongst the sands and the pyramids and...
Bananas and pineapples.
This is in ancient Egypt. And in a box. Hmm? No, not a snake. Yes? What did your father marry?
What?
Hey? Yes, Mummy, that's right. Okay, all right. Okay, I think that Frank got it by a short head. Richard's got a small head, and he didn't quite get it, but he'll get a big book too, I think. But good night, little Richard.
Good night.
Little Richard, it's his too. Here's a word from Frank's mother. Hello, Mother.
Hello, Smith. How are you?
Oh, I'm fine.
Well,
Oh, I thought you were going to say something. Oh, here for you is Taubman's Gay Deck. That's the inside paint with a matte finish that you can actually wash. Gay Deck is tough enough for children's rooms, and there are 19 decorator colors in Gay Deck. And besides, there's a rotocoater. You'll have to put the paint on, so you can put it on with that. Wonderful to use with Taubman's Gay Deck or Fix. The job's almost finished before you've actually started. And finally, a book of ideas from Taubman's experts. It's called Live with Colour. He can say thank you now, right?
thank you, Mr. Smith.
You a bit nervous, are you?
A little.
What are you nervous about?
Oh, I'd love to be here anyhow.
Yes. How about me taking you out for the evening, eh?
Oh, I'd love it. Just say the word.
What word do you want me to say? I will not. Here's a riddle from Carleen French, Walker Street, Sorrel, Tasmania. When is a ship like a saucepan?
When?
Like a saucepan. It's a certain sort of ship. Very simple.
Steamer.
A steamer. That's right. Okay. Yes, what is the steamer? There are your islands. You got them?
Yes.
Good night,
Thanks
Mother.
for having good night.
Good night. And now here's John Pierce with our first message from Taubman's. It's about Taubman's Fix, the one-coat inside paint.
There's only one real one-coat paint. That's Taubman's Fix. The paint that even makes painting ceilings a quicker, easier, and cleaner job than you ever thought possible. Fix goes right where it's meant to go. On your ceilings, all walls, doesn't dribble down the handle of your brush or roller. In the can, Fix looks thicker than other paints, but it spreads like the smoothest liquid enamel ever. And where do you paint Taubman's Fix? Inside, on ceilings and walls, in bedrooms and living rooms. Choose from 19 decorative colors with velvet finish. Buy one-coat Fix from any Taubman's paint dealer. The man who'll help you get the very best results from the very best of paints. Taubman's.
What's your first name and age?
Julie, and I'm 10 years old. Terry, and I'm 9 years old.
Right, we're going to talk about the future. I wonder who has a bigger future, you or me?
Oh, I think I have, because you're already older than me, and you haven't got much life ahead of you.
Thank you. And your parents have a very interesting life ahead of them?
Oh, I don't think they have. They've had all their enjoyments. I think I'm the next one.
And why do you say that? Why aren't your parents going to have much fun in the future? Why is that?
Oh, they're getting too old.
How old are they?
Oh, Mum's 33. Don't kill them.
They burn them out quick in her suburb. How about your father?
Oh, Dad's 38.
Oh, he's a mere boy. That's all it is. Kerry, are you going to fill your future with exciting happenings?
Oh, I hope to. I hope to be real intelligent and go to a nice high school, and I'm going to have a lovely big wedding dress and everything. I'm going to marry a real handsome boy, too.
Well, you've got to find the handsome boy to marry first, you know.
I've got him.
I think it's all these atom bombs. That's what it is. The change of the weather, too. What's the matter, Jen? Oh, never mind. All right. Come on, now. Let's make it Oh, take her off, will you? Don't worry, Pet. That's all right. It can happen to anyone. Certainly. So just had an exciting happening here, everybody at home. Now, I think that she'll be back in a moment. What's her name again?
I think she's Jenny.
Yes, well, Jenny's a good girl, and she'll be back in just a moment. We'll get another boy up to stand in her place till she gets back from wherever she's gone. She's gone outside. You come up here, Peter, and stand. Now, here's another boy come to stand. Do you feel okay?
Yes, I feel okay.
That's good. We're talking about the future. Up until now, all Jenny's had is the past, but she'll be back. What do you think is the most exciting thing that can happen to a boy?
Oh, I think the most exciting thing that could happen to a boy is go for a trip around the world and have a lot of fun, you know. Go countries like. Don't know if it's any different to Australia. Suppose it isn't.
It's important not to cross a bridge until you come to it. What do you think of that?
I think it's silly because you can't cross a bridge if it's not there.
Well, that's not exactly the answer. What does your daddy do for a living?
My daddy's owns a shoe shop.
Oh, I see. What does he think of his lady customers?
Oh, he calls some of them old ducks and...
Bonnie, we won't ask you where your daddy's shoe shop is. Jenny, do we want Jenny to come back on again? Yeah! Of course we do. Don't we? You know what you're going to do for me? You're going to count up to 10, right? Will you promise?
Yes.
Let's hear you. Now, 2 sniffs. That's 2 sniffs gone. Now, count up to 10. Come on.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Now, isn't he brave? He's right. Come in. Wouldn't it be good to be able to see into the future?
Yes, I think it'd be good to see into the future. You could see you having your wedding and enjoying yourself, going to movies.
Ah, you're back on the weddings again. They're mad on weddings, girls, at this age. Why is it girls think of weddings all the time?
Oh, well, they're up to something if they do.
Anyhow, here's the secret word. The secret word is a kind of pet. What's the answer, please?
A carpet. A carpet.
Okay, tell me now.
Canary, budgerigar.
No.
An elephant.
An elephant. Oh, that'd be an awful pet. What have you got in your hall at home?
Ducks flying on the wall.
I've seen those ornaments. They're hideous, aren't they?
Yeah, they look a bit hideous, I think.
I think so, too. That's in your hall. What have you got in your hall?
Flowers?
Come on.
Carpet. Carpet.
Well, Kerry gets a big book, and Jenny didn't get the answer, but we're going to see that Jenny gets a big book, too, because despite a little mishap that can happen to any child in a program of this kind with so much excitement, she came good, and she answered some questions. We'll see you get a big book as well, okay?
Yeah.
That's a good girl. Okay. Here comes your father. Hello, Dad.
How are you?
Oh, I think I'm wonderful. It's a matter of opinion. Here's a tin of Thix for you. It's Thix. T-H-I-X. Yes, this is Taubman's one-coat inside paint. Thix is wonderful on ceilings because it doesn't run down the handle of your roller or brush. And besides, one coat of Thix is enough. 19 decorator colors in Thix. And when you're painting with Gay Deco Thix, take it from me. Use this Rotocoater. You can take it from me. There it is. And the Taubman's paint, well, it just rolls on like magic with that Rotocoater. And finally, your book, a copy of Taubman's Live with Color.
Oh, thank you very much. It'll be very handy.
What do you think of your future?
Oh, I hope my future's going to be very bright.
Well, you're sure going to last long, according to her.
Am I?
Me either. We're done for, you know.
Oh, no.
We've seen the best of it, you and me.
Oh, that's rather horrible to think of, isn't it?
Yes, well,
over the hill.
We're over the hill. We're down the straight, I think. On that gloomy thought, we'll turn to a riddle which comes from Robin Clutang, 6 Manuka Street, South Oakley, Victoria. When the question, what is most useful when it's used up?
An umbrella.
Okay, that's right. Six eyes for Happy Father. Thanks for coming. Good night, Dad.
Thanks very much.
Good night, Gary.
Good night.
Well, here's what you've been waiting for, everybody. Taubman's big new family competition with a fabulous prize. The competition is called What Happened to Father? And it's so easy. Listen.
Sorry, Dad.
Well, that's what happened to Father, but what was it? All you have to do is write down the answer on a piece of paper together with your name and address and a slogan for Taubman's Paints in not more than 25 words. And you could win the most wonderful prize. Do you know where that most wonderful prize is right now? It's lying just 3/4 of a mile from Lennon's Broadbeach Hotel in Surfers Paradise, Queensland. It's a block of land worth £1,000. Wonderful to think that the winner of that valuable block of land is probably listening right now. It could be you. Now, we'll let you hear what happened to Father again in a moment, but first listen closely to this. It's very important. You cannot post your entry to me for this competition. You must take it to your nearest Taubman's dealer. He'll send your entry in for you. If you win the block of land, your local Taubman's dealer wins a 2 weeks holiday at Lennon's Broadbeach Hotel on the Gold Coast. He'll accompany you to Surfers by Ansett A&A so that you can take a look at your prize. But a tip or two about the slogan: it must contain the words inside and outside, because Taubman's are the only manufacturers to make inside paints especially for inside and outside paints especially for outside. Now, here's what happened to Father again. Get ready with those pencils.
Sorry, Dad.
Well, there it is. Good luck, family. You could be landowners at Surfers Paradise soon. And here come 2 children, 2 boys, on the stand. Little boy helped out a moment ago during a big crisis, and another. What's your first name and age?
I'm Robert and I'm 11. Peter, 9.
Good. We're going to talk about advertising ourselves. Should we tell people how good we are?
No, I don't think we should talk about it. It's not very nice.
Tell me how good you are. Boast a bit.
Oh, I think I'm one of the best in the class, I suppose. And
Yes, but outside the class, maybe at home amongst your mother's friends, and you know.
she tells people how good she is, especially my father. She
Tells him. Do your parents boast about themselves at all?
Oh, no, they don't boast because they're not the type.
Like are they?
Oh, they're very quiet type.
You'll be a company director perhaps one day, run a firm and employees and...
No, I don't want to be one of those kind of men.
Which one of those kind of men do you want to be?
Oh, I'd like to be a barrister.
How would you like to be Prime Minister of Australia?
It'd be all right. I suppose it'd be pretty good, I suppose, being Prime Minister.
Why do you say that?
Oh, well, then you're always pretty safe, although there's a lot of people who don't like you and they swear at you and a lot of things.
The people at your house talk loudly?
Oh, Dad does when he's shouting out to Mum sometimes.
How'd I go arguing with your mother? Would I come off best?
I think that you'd come off best with you because you're more popular than my mother is.
Yes, that wasn't what I meant. I meant if I had a discussion with your mother, do you think I'd win an argument? Or is she a woman with strong opinions who always gets her own way? You said she did with Dad.
Oh, yes, she wouldn't get her own way with you, though.
I think it's high time we had the secret word. The secret word is a famous entertainer, and here's the answer for those at home first.
Bing Crosby. Bing Crosby.
Oh, now you have to tell me.
Frankie Lone?
Nope,
Johnny Ray?
not Johnny Ray. Say Tarzan.
Tarzan?
No.
Pat Boone? Pat Boone?
Not Pat Boone, no. Oh, he's a well-known type, this.
That fella who's got that awful voice is...
Oh, there are dozens of those. Say Artie Shaw.
No.
No, this one is a singer.
Bing Crosby?
Yes, Bing Crosby. Right. Peter gets a big book, Robert gets a smaller one. You can sit down, Robert, and we're going to see Peter's strong-minded mother, and here she comes. strong-minded type, are you?
Well, that's what they say. That's what my son says. I'm afraid I'm not really so strong-minded.
Yes. Yes. He says that I'd get my own way with you if I had an argument.
I don't think so.
Oh, is that so?
Well, my husband wouldn't think so. He says he wouldn't.
Isn't he quick-witted?
Do you think he is? I think he's an awful nuisance at
I thought
times.
you were going to say he's half-witted.
Actually.
No, he's not. He's a very smart boy. Would you like to turn around so the audience can see your face instead of the other side?
It's my face he likes.
Oh, I like your face, too.
Do you? Thank you.
Oh, I'd like you to try the one and only real one-coat paint in Australia. There it is. It's Taubman's Thix. T-H-I-X. Now, this is an inside paint. It's terrific for walls and the best paint yet for ceilings. And if you've never used a rotocoater, here's one to try. And there also, of course, is Taubman's book of Live with Colour. That's the title. It shows you how to make the best use of most of the wonderful colours in Taubman's big range.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Tell us something good about you.
Oh, well, I don't know really whether I'm really good, but I think I try to be good. And I do everything that is good.
I think you're a good sort altogether.
Do you?
Yes, I think. Well, here's a riddle from Janice O'Donnell, 69 Keira Street, Port Kembla, New South Wales. I'm still thinking of topic 1, you know. What did the sharpener say to the pencil?
Let's get to the point.
That's right, let's get to the point. Okay, right. Well, you've got your talking point.
Yes, thank you, and that's very nice. Thank you very much. I have enjoyed it.
Good night.
Thank you. Good night.
Good night. Now let's hear again from John Pierce. You've got some inside information from Taubman's, haven't you, John?
Information on inside paint, Keith. It's Taubman's Gaydek, the paint that's just as beautiful as it's tough. It's the matte finish paint made to be washed. Gaydek is just the paint for halls and children's rooms, any bedroom or living room that has to take rough wear and tear. In fact, Gaydek is called Taubman's childproof paint. What makes Gaydek so tough? Its plastic base. And thanks to that plastic base, you don't need sealers or undercoats. Gaydek has no unpleasant smell, dries in 20 minutes flat. So, you can paint with Gaydek in the morning, and the youngsters can sleep in that room the same night. 19 colors, all matte finish, all washable. Gaydek is another inside paint you'll find at any Taubman's paint dealers. He's the man who'll help you get the very best results from the very best of paints. Taubman's.
It's time now for Taubman's first pocket money riddle roundup. Youngsters at home, you've got your 10 pennies on the table, I hope. You take one off the table every time you beat me to an answer to one of the riddles which the youngsters are going to ask me right here on stage tonight. And I hope you beat me. I'm sure you will. Children always seem to. First one from Leslie.
What's a complete waste of time?
What's a complete waste of time? Can't think of the exact answer. What is a complete waste of time?
Telling hair-raising stories to a bald-headed man.
Okay, fortune. Wendy.
Where was Moses when the light was turned out?
Where was Moses when the light was turned out? Where was he?
In the dark.
In the dark, of course. Beverly?
Why is toast like a caterpillar?
Why is toast like a caterpillar? Heard this somewhere. Oh, yes.
I've forgotten.
Because it makes the butterfly. That's 2 shillings for me. Okay, all right. Eric?
What's the best way to stop disease caused by biting insects?
What's the best way to stop disease caused by biting insects? What is the best way?
Don't bite insects.
Roy?
If a man was rowing his boat and he threw out his son, why did he do it?
I don't know. Why did he throw out his son?
Because he'd finished reading it.
Okay, well done. What's your riddle?
Everything has one end in the world. What has 2 ends?
What has 2 ends? I don't know. What has 2 ends?
A sausage.
Oh, dear. Different father. Neil?
Who was the first man to go around the world?
Who was the first man to go around the world, was it?
The man in the moon.
Oh, all right. Awesome. That's it. And there's the score. I got one right. The children got 7. I hope you youngsters at home earned some pennies, too, for your pocket in tonight's Taubman's Pocket Money Riddle Roundup. By the way, good luck, everybody, with your competition entries. How about the whole family trying to guess what happened to Father? And just to refresh your memories, here's the sound again.
Oh! Sorry, Dad.
There, I hope you know the answer. Remember, all you have to do is tell us what happened to Father.
Write a slogan for Taubman's Paints in no more than 25 words.
Include the words inside and outside in your slogan, because only Taubmans make inside paints especially for inside jobs, and outside paints specially for outside jobs.
Your prize?
It's a specially selected block of land on the Mermaid Bays estate, on the Gold Coast, 300 yards from Mermaid Beach, 1 mile from Lennon's Broad Beach Hotel, 3 miles from the centre of fabulous surfers' paradise. Your local dealer's prize is 2 weeks' holiday for 2 at Lennon's Broad Beach Hotel.
You both fly Ansett ANA. You to inspect your land, your dealer, or any 2 people he nominates for a holiday.
That's just a sample of the things we've planned for you in the brand new Taubman show. And remember, your Taubman's dealer is the man who will help you get the very best results from the very best of paints. Taubman's.
Now we're going home. 'Cause the Python said it's time for bed for all. Sweet dreams for children, sleep.
And now it's time for boys and girls all over Australia to kiss Mother and Dad, and then...
Off to bed!
Good night, all.
Good night! Good night! Good night! Good night! Good night! Good night! Good night!
Listen again at the same time next week to the Taubman Show with Keith Smith.
Bushell's Coffee Essence is so good to drink and so easy to make because Bushell's Coffee Essence is made in the cup, instantly. For a really satisfying cup of delicious coffee made instantly, use Bushell's Coffee Essence. Bushell's Coffee Essence costs less than a penny a cup. You'll enjoy Bushell's Coffee Essence. So quick, so good, so easy to make. Bushell's Coffee Essence. Simply add a little Bushell's Coffee Essence to boiling water, and you have a steaming cup of coffee instantly. For really satisfying, delicious coffee, Bushell's Coffee Essence, made right in the cup for less than a penny a cup.
Have you heard Australia's most advanced radios? Admiral, mantles and portables.
They're here now at leading stores.
Made in Australia by Admiral, world's largest TV manufacturer.
Admiral radios are years ahead.
With tremendous power, razor-edged selectivity, and long-distance reception.
Be certain you see and hear Admiral radios.
The Happy Gang ran on Melbourne's own 3DB from 1953 till 1962. It owed its origin to the earlier 3DB Test cricket broadcasts with a bright atmosphere of fun and frolics. The first resident comedians were Dick Cranborne and Jon Stewart, and later Bill Collins and Jack Perry. Regulars on the program included Eula and Marie Parker, June Hamilton, Charlene Clancy, Rod McLennan, Lou Tapano, Tom Davidson, Stan Stafford, Don Kinsey and many others. Norman Spencer was the show's first producer, and he later went on to bigger and better things in television and GTV9 in 1956. This is a true example of radio as it used to be.
Boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. We've got fun, we've got laughter, we've got joy. Boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Got a rainbow and it's the real McCoy.
I got the whole gang here full of fun, helping you get your blues on the run.
Hey! Boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. We've got fun, we've got laughter, we've got joy. We've got fun.
when you sit down to sip that cuppa, is this what you're hoping for? A satisfyingly rich, lingering tea taste, fragrance, strength, and brightness of color. A stronger, last-you-longer tea. Then seek no more, my lady, for you've found it in Rober. Make a cup of richer Rober, sip for yourself, and see for yourself why people say that Rober is a honey of a tea. The finest for your money of a tea. For in the pounds, shillings, and pennies department, Rober's a real pal right there. Rober's extra strength means an undeniable and easily proved economy. Richness, extra strength, and honest economy. You've got the lot in your hot little teapot when you make it Rober. Love that cuppa? Rober. Well, you know, it's been reported from London that in 5 million of the 17 million homes over there, that you can't sing in the bath because there isn't any. But we've got 3 of the best bathroom baritones in Australia, and they're Jack Perry, Dick Cranburn, and a refugee from Sydney's bathroom problem, Bill Collins.
Ain't you looking swell?
I'm well.
Yes.
Hello.
Hello. Ain't you looking swell?
Very well.
On my soul, I'm mighty glad to see
I'm glad
you.
we all are.
Jack. Happier than I can tell. Hello, Bill. Here we are again, happy as can be. All good pals and jolly good company. Strolling round the town, out upon the spree. All good pals and jolly good company. Never mind the weather, never mind the rain. Now we're all together, whoop, she goes again. La-di-da-di-da, la-di-da-di-dee. All good pals and jolly good company.
Here we are again, just happy as can be. And we're all good pals and jolly good company.
Strolling round the town, out upon the spree. All good pals and jolly good company. I say never mind the weather, never mind the rain. Now we're all together, whoop, we go again. La-di-da-di-da, la-di-da-di-dee. All good pals and jolly good company. A very big welcome back to Bill Collins.
Thank you very much, Jack. It's very nice to be back in the program. One thing I must say, it's lovely, it's really beautiful to get back from Sydney to Melbourne and get a bit of sunshine.
Oh, there you are. Oh, remember this program's going to Sydney.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, so we'll reverse that crack. Well, we want to find out where everybody is from, whether they're from Melbourne, Sydney, where they're from. Anyone here from Melbourne? Yes! That includes Victoria. What about New South Wales? Yes. Good. Queensland? Yes. Tasmania? Yes. West Australia? Yes. And South Australia? Yes. Right, they're here in force. Well, get together with the Victorians with a how do you do and a shake hands. Right, son.
How do you do? A shake hands, shake hands, shake hands. How do you do? A shake hands, state your name for business.
Prime Minister Robert Menzies has announced his cricket team.
To play the old West Indies, gee, old Bob will look a scream.
If he should field at Silly Point, there'll be some slight delay.
While Bob pulls in his belt and says we're gathered here to say,
how do you do? And shake hands, shake hands, shake hands. How do you do? And shake hands, state your name and
Up went the famous spaceship, with it Ham the chimpanzee.
It flew up into outer space, then dropped into the sea.
Destroyers raced to rescue it. The chimp poked out its head.
And when he'd had a sip of brandy, this is what he said.
How do you do? And shake hands, shake hands, shake hands. How do you do? And shake hands, state your name for business.
The rail dispute is over, yes. It's bad luck, but it's true.
They'll run the trains on Sunday. Oh, yeah, that's what they will do.
We all adored the buses, and the drivers were okay.
If ever we should meet those guys, we'll all be bound to say,
oh, how do you do? And shake hands, shake hands, shake hands. How do you do? And shake hands, state your name for business. Say how do you do?
Well, there's a little splashing going on at the minute. I think Jack...
Don't you come...
I don't reckon reckon those cans of beer are worth the 3 and 9. Well, the calls tonight. Let's have a look at... Oh, that's a funny thing. You should come in with that. We're calling for night workers tonight now. You know, there are many people listening to this program tonight who are probably getting ready to go to work. Oh, what did you... Never mind. People like office cleaners, nurses, night watchmen, all-night bus drivers, or PMG workers. If there are any workers who are on their way to work, come in a little bit earlier and say hello to us. We're interested in finding out what sort of a job you do. Maybe you have an unusual story to tell us in regard to your work. We'll give prizes to the first 3 in and something extra if you can entertain. Okay? Right.
Okay. We call now for people who claim that their job safeguards the public. When you look around, you notice how many safety-first objects there are in existence to protect you from injury. For example, traffic lights, guardrails, protective fences, and many more too numerous to mention. Now, if you are employed in an industry that makes any safety appliances, or even if your job is in some way connected with safeguarding the public, we'd like to meet you and hear about it. Who knows? We might even find a bodyguard for the Happy Gang.
You'd be lucky if you could find a body. However, our third call this evening...
You've started early.
Yes, I know. I've been practicing for 4 weeks. Our third call is for people who can play the black and white rag on the piano. You may think this strange, but tonight, sometime during the program, we're hoping to have a visit from the famous pianist Winifred Atwell. We're going to have an informal chat to Winnie here in the studio, and we think it'll prove very interesting to everyone. So... yes... To mark the special occasion, we're going to call for pianists who can play the black and white rag. You don't have to necessarily play it in the honky-tonk style. As you know, the black and white rag is one of Miss Atwell's favourite numbers, and the first 3 in will receive a prize. The first one in will also receive a long-playing record of...
Well,
we have about quite a few of Miss Atwell's numbers.
Well, there is one big 12-inch.
Yes.
That is for the pianist, the first one to play the black and white rag.
Yes.
And we've got about 20 of Miss Atwell's 7-inch long playing recordings.
That's right, yes.
Well, now they're going to be handed out. Preference will be given to the first 3 in answer to any call.
Definitely. All right, well, let's recap. We called for night workers. We mentioned the PMG, night watchmen, nurses, cleaners, etc. Then people who claim that their jobs safeguard the public. Then people who can play the black and white rag on the piano, not necessarily in the Winnie style, but as long as it's the black and white rag.
Thanks, Dick. Well, it's adventure time. There's a new adventure in tea drinking waiting you when you change over to Rober. There's a richer tea taste to Rober. 1 cup lifts you up, and that second cup sets the seal on real tea enjoyment. No other tea will have the same joyful impact. From an enjoyment and economy point of view, Rober is the tea. Truly, you couldn't ask for more than Rober gives you, the very cream of the world's tea crops. Yes, you're all set for the finest cup of tea in the whole wide world with Rober. So, on with the kettle, out with the teapot, in with the Rober, and see why so many people, so many times, in so many ways, sip, sigh, and say, ah, Rober. Love that cuppa, richer Rober tea.
Thank you very much. The Dominoes, give me the simple life.
That's the life I don't believe in, fretting and grieving. Why mess around with strife? I never was cut out to step out, start out. Give me the simple life. I know some find it pleasant, dining and pleasant. Those things go off my knife. Just serve me tomatoes and mashed potatoes. Give me the simple life. A cottage small is all I'm after, not one that's spacious and wide. A house that rings with joy and laughter, and the ones you love inside. Some like the high road, I like the low road, free from the care and strife. Sounds corny and city, but yes indeedy, give me the simple life. Mind is keen as a carving knife. I'm crazy about sleep, can't do without sleep. Give me the simple life. I love to whittle and day a little, tune on a 10-cent bar. give me the simple life. I greet the dawn when I awaken, the sky is clear up above. I like my scrambled eggs and bacon, served by someone that I love. That could be thrilling with one who's willing to be a farmer's wife. Kids call me Pappy, would make me happy, this is the life. Just give me the simple, plain and simple life.
Well done, the Dominoes, indeed. I think it's the talent spot in our program tonight, Jack.
Yes.
Who is the talent scout?
Me.
Oh, well, as long as you can dig up some talent, that's very good. Would you like to bring this gentleman in and introduce him to everybody, or lady?
I'd love to. It's a gentleman.
It's a gentleman?
And his name is Wally Manx, and all we need to do is give him a nice big welcome. Here he comes
Wally
right now.
Manx.
Yes,
Manx.
here he is. How do you do, sir?
How do you do, sir?
A very
How are
big
you?
welcome to the Happy Gang microphone.
Thank you very much.
I think I told you the last time we met that I'd like you to come along, and I'm very pleased that you were able to.
It was a pleasure.
It was a... Oh, you've got a nice soft voice. We'll push you a little closer.
Right.
That's the way. Now, Mr. Manx, I'm not going to interview you. I'd like to introduce Bill Collins. Bill, this is Wally Manx.
There's no introduction necessary.
What are you
Jack, thank you very much. I know Wally quite well. He's one of the nuts from out at Eater.
We're all mates.
Yes, well, that is quite true.
Yes, of course, and Wally was one of the stars in our lunchtime fun time program out there.
Well, as a matter of fact, that does gel up because I saw Wally at an Eater dinner. We were out at a certain hotel and we rather enjoyed ourselves. And when I left, he said, "You'll never remember," but I did. I remember.
That's right.
I remember.
Well, you look a little bit hot there in the coat. You wouldn't like to get yourself comfortable, would you? I'll hold your euphonium here.
Thank you.
He plays a euphonium. That's very interesting, isn't it?
Not a euphonium at all.
Wasn't it? What is it? What
To
do
the
you
best of
play?
my
What is it,
knowledge,
Wal?
it's
This is the banjo mandolin, my baby.
Your baby?
Yeah.
And how old's this baby, Wal?
Oh, well, now you're asking getting curious. I'd say 22 years.
22 years?
Yeah.
Oh, well, she's old enough
He
to
still
vote.
plays.
That's wonderful.
We've already established that Wally is at Eater. Well, now what do you do
Wally,
out
you
there?
look hot. Can I
What
take
I
your
do?
tie off, Wal?
Yes, you certainly can.
Good boy. That'll be much better, won't it?
Yeah, well, he plays the instrument. He doesn't do a strip tease. Now,
He doesn't. Oh,
don't mix
fair
it.
Well, you've been playing this for 22 years.
I
then?
just asked him what his job was.
Oh, yeah, what is your job, Wal?
Me? Well, I run the sales out there at Eater.
Oh,
See
do
that
you?
all these good people out here manage to get their peanut butter nice and fresh.
Oh, I see.
I
Wally's
think that's
making
enough
sure that
ads,
his
don't you
bread
think?
is peanut buttered on both sides at the moment. Wal, I think we'd like to hear the number from you now. Would you
All
like
right.
to take the banjo out? And, of course, these things are very difficult. You sometimes...
banjo mandolin.
Oh, banjo mandolin.
And
It's probably not tuned up properly. Would you have to tune it up?
We won't be a second.
He's going over to tune it up now.
at this particular show, it was something like 11 o'clock at night when Wally played it. And he really shouldn't have been able to play it, but he played it rather... Oh, here he is.
Perhaps it was because you weren't able to listen to him properly, Jack.
Yes.
Wally, what are you going to play for us?
5'2",
5'2",
and then we swing into a nice little melody.
a nice little melody. You don't think 5'2" is a very nice little melody?
5'2", and Somebody Stole My Gal.
Right, well, we'll see if we can find him. Thanks very much, Wally.
nice, wasn't it, Jack? Yes, well, I wasn't wrong. Wally, you play a very nice banjo mandolin. It's not the first time you've played the instrument.
No, it is not.
No. How long have you been playing?
Since I was 14.
Since you were 14, that would be a matter of 20 years.
Oh, 15.
15, all right. Thanks very much.
Don't carry on with the argument. He'll be going back to school with the rest of them tomorrow.
Thanks very, very much for coming in. Thank you, Wally Manx.
Just one easy lesson. It only takes one easy lesson and you're a good little pastry cook. You start with a packet of Rober pastry mix. Just a few minutes' work and your pie is made ready for the oven, ready to give perfect pastry pleasure. And of course, with Rober pastry mix, there's the happy knowledge that you just can't fail to produce perfection in pastry. And what pastry it is. Cast your mind back to the golden pies that Mother made. Remember the fragrant, spicy, crisply tender pie crust? Well, that's the kind of pastry you get every time with Rober pastry mix. And just to make certain that the ingredients stay as fresh as a daisy, Rober's the only pastry mix packed in a cellophane bag. So, how about one night this week, a tasty delight for the whole family, a pie to sigh over. A pie with that take-it-easy, bake-it-easy Rober pastry mix. Hasty, tasty Rober pastry mix, standard or double size. Billy Collins.
Yes, thank you very much, Don. Jack and Dick.
Yes.
The very big moment is here. Now, rather than have a little argument about who's going to announce this very charming and wonderful personality, what say on a given cue we say who she is? A lady we have out in the passage. She's there. So here she is, Winifred Atwell.
This is indeed a great thrill for us, Miss Atwell. Does everybody call you Miss Atwell or do they call you Winifred?
Winnie.
Winnie. Do you mind if we do?
Oh, not at all.
Winnie, meet Bill.
Very pleased to meet you, Winnie.
And Jack over there.
Hello again.
And we would just like, well, I'll tell you firstly, we want to find out something of what you're doing in our country at this time. What are you over here for now?
Well, at the moment, I'm rehearsing for our new show that opens on Thursday.
Tell us something about it, will you?
Oh, dear. Well, I'm not very good, you know, at doing things like this, but it's just a new show that we're presenting here that it's sort of, we hope it's going to be very different. It's really built around me and my pianos, and my two pianos.
You said you're not very good. I think you're doing a marvellous job. All you've got to tell us now is what time it starts and how much the tickets are.
Winnie, there's one very strange thing here, but among the three compeers of the Happy Gang, I'm the only one with any musical knowledge.
Yeah. He turns over the music, see?
But rather than take all the limelight, I thought it'd be a very good idea if we had somebody that does know everything about music to have a chat with you. Mabel Nelson. What say? Come on up, Mabel. Mabel and Winnie have met before.
No, we haven't.
You haven't met before.
No.
Mabel, Winnie, Mabel.
Let Mabel off when you get round again.
Well, I would like to say I appreciate the opportunity very much to meet such a world-famous celebrity, and I'm sure the Happy Gang and its listeners are delighted to have you here tonight, and we say welcome to the Happy Gang.
Thank you, Mabel.
What makes us very happy is to know that you're spending so much time in Australia. What is there about Australia that you like? Is it the audiences?
Well, no, as a matter of fact, quite apart from the theatre, it's because we have so many friends here that I love coming here.
We'd love to know that. Now, I've heard you in some classical programs. Well, really, not often enough, my own way of thinking. And I sometimes wonder if you would have preferred to have been equally world famous as a classical pianist as you are in your own inimitable field.
No, I don't think so. Mind you, there was a time I would have said yes to that I would have preferred to be a classical pianist, but I'm very, very happy as I am.
And I believe in your new show, Strike a New Note, the name, isn't it?
Yes, that's right.
I believe you're going to spring a surprise on us. You're going to sing.
Well, I hope there are going to be lots of surprises in the new show.
And I was wondering the type of song you were going to sing.
Oh, I'm not going to tell you that. No.
Well. And while on the subject of singing, do you ever feel that the public generally regard an instrumentalist as secondary to a vocalist? Have you ever noticed that?
Well, I don't know. I think they're more vocalists because singing is something that's, well, natural in a way. I
Yes,
mean,
but you
might-
feel that the public sort of takes more notice of a singer, actually, than an instrumentalist?
No,
Or
I don't think
responds
so.
more
They take a
today?
lot of notice of me, you know.
Oh, well, that's
Liberace's doing all right too, isn't he?
But I know we'll be flocking to see you at the Princess Theatre, isn't it? Next Thursday.
Yes.
And I'm going to say thank you, sweet and lovely Winnie, for coming along here tonight.
Mabel, that's very nice. Winifred, we wouldn't dare ask you to play. Like, that's not in your country. You're not... like, I'm putting myself in a spot. I really am. Oh, Winifred.
What shall I play, though?
What shall you play? I'll tell you what. What shall you play? I won't announce a number
You'd
for you to
never
play.
believe it.
I'll make a piano for you if you'll play.
Would you?
Would you play?
Well, how could I refuse when you asked me so nicely?
Oh, come on, dear. You go over there. Give us anything you like.
While Winnie's going over, Dick, I think we should take this opportunity of congratulating Mabel on her very fine interview. I think she's got the makings of another Stephanie Dist.
Well, all we want is her phone number. Ladies and gentlemen, Winifred Atwell. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much. Really delightful. And brother, might I say it, what a personality. Winnie, how many recordings have you made? Any idea?
Oh, dear, no.
Do you keep them all? You don't? Well, how do you expect us poor people to buy them if you don't buy them yourself?
Well, you see, no, I do buy them, you know, but then if someone comes to the house and they haven't got the record, I usually give it to them.
Oh, I see. Do you like Bill's Decca?
Yes.
Well, we like yours much better. Yes, we do. And you can get Winifred Atwell on Decca at any good music store.
Winnie, we'd like to thank you very much because we know that you've given up a lot of time from rehearsal to come around here with us tonight, and we know we mustn't keep you too long. So I think, Dick, we might ask for one more big round of applause for Winnie for coming along to our show.
And extra big one. Oh, she's gone out of the studio now. We can say what she's like. She's beaut. Isn't she wonderful?
Well, we've just heard the best in piano playing, and now here's the best about some cake. Mention the word cake and watch the takers. And here's the cake to do it. The new cake mixes, 4 of them by Roba. A velvety vanilla, a deep, dark and delicious chocolate, an out-of-this-world orange, and a rich and fruity, a real beauty, a Roba fruitcake mix. Yes, there are 4 new Roba cake mixes, so easy to make and so easy to bake and so very, very easy to take. If you're a cake lover, you'll say that these new Roba cake mixes really take the cake. So remember the flavors, vanilla, chocolate, orange and fruitcake, and remember the name, Roba cake mixes. And this week, show the family that mum's the word for the best little cook in town. Put a halo round your head with these new Roba cake mixes. 4 flavors, vanilla, chocolate, orange and fruitcake, to the new Roba cake mixes.
And a fine body of a boy he was too. Jack, I know what you're going to say. You're breaking into your Irish.
Are you sure?
Everything these days. Lady Chatterley's Lovers Band, now McNamara's Band.
Oh, but not June Hamilton now.
Right now.
There she comes.
Oh, my name is McNamara. I'm the leader of the band. And though a few in number, we're the best in all the land. We play at wakes and weddings and at every county ball. At any great man's funeral, we play the march of soul. When the drums go banging, the cymbals clanging, the horns they blaze away. McCarthy puffs the old bassoon while I the pipes to play. Oh, Tennessee, tunes are good and the music is something grand. A credit to all Ireland is McNamara's band. La, 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 la. Swell affair, a genuine celebration, all the gentry will be there. When the Prince of Wales to Ireland came, he took me by the hand. He said, I've never heard the like of McNamara's band. When the drums go banging, the cymbals clanging, the horns they blaze away. McCarthy puffs the old bassoon while I the pipes to play. Tennessee, tunes are good and the music is something grand. A credit to Ireland is McNamara's band. La, la, la. Now whenever an election's on, we play on either side. The way we play those Irish tunes, 'twould fill your heart with pride. If poor Tom Moore was living now, he'd make you understand that no one does him justice like old McNamara's band. When the drums go banging, the cymbals banging, the horns they blaze away. McCarthy puffs the old tune while I the pipes to play. Tennessee, toodles the flute, my work is something grand. A credit to all Ireland. Get ready to clap, 'cause this is the finish. Is McNamara's band.
Thank you, Joan Hamilton and the Dominoes. It's rhyming time. This is the portion of the program where listeners send in their words and the Happy Gang are asked to make a little rhyme about them in less than 30 seconds. And the first one tonight, after we stir them up, comes from Murray Bridge, South Australia. And they ask you to... Oh, this is a beauty. We've had the McNamara. It's Leprechaun. It's an Irish one, Leprechaun. Where is it?
Tom Davidson saw a leprechaun. He said, I must be dead.
Oh, it did. When he had another look, he found it was Alfred.
Tell me, Bill, a small leprechaun did ever you see?
No, but I saw a fairy on Circular Quay.
Well, the happy gang did it easily that time. That was 20 seconds and 10 shillings to Robert Brooker of Murray Bridge, South Australia. Now we stir them up again and bring out the second one. Oh, this is a good one.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, this is a beauty. It comes from South Australia also, too. It's from Paynham, Mrs. H. Gilbert, and the word is alcoholism. Alcoholism. June Hamilton.
Jim Crouch is cured of alcoholism. That's what they say.
Yes. Oh, that's what they say. Instead of drinking alcohol, he's starting to eat hay.
Jack to Alcoholics Anonymous, you really must go. What? And drink with a lot of jokers I don't even know?
Oh. Well, they've done it again.
Ansett A&A time it is. Coming soon, the third Ansett A&A 727 Fanjet. Increased services, more flights. Remember, it's faster by Fanjet.
To cool the brow or warm the heart, or both of them together, in tropic heat or frigid cold, or any kind of weather, in every home, in every place, wherever you may be, it always will be welcome, that cup of Bushell's tea.
During the 1950s, Cadbury Chocolates sponsored the Cadbury Show on the Macquarie Network out of 2GB Sydney. The host was noted radio man Reginald Goldsworthy. Regular stars of the show were Rita Ponsford, Kevin Brennan, Minnie Love, Frank Strain, Max Osbiston, John Meehan, Gordon Glenwright, Aileen Britton, and Leonard Bullen. Wilbur Cantwell was at the organ, and some regular singers that appeared in the program were Babs McKinnon, Donald Cameron, Alan Code, Clive and Kenray, and Tom Taylor. In Victoria it was heard on 3AW and 3CV Maryborough. The closing theme music comes from the Paxton Recorded Music Library and is called Leading Lady, played by Dolph van der Linden and his orchestra. Ada and Elsie started the show. They were a top-rating comedy act during the golden age of Australian radio, the 1940s and 50s. According to a 1953 radio roundup, Ada and Elsie were ribald in a ladylike way and most genteelly vulgar. And very, very funny. Their act was considered in one of the brightest listening spots of the week.
Hello? What do I want? I want Cadbury's.
The Cadbury Show!
Come out here, will you, love? I'm round at the back. You certainly are. I'd know you anywhere. Why, Reginald Goldsworthy.
Yes, I just called to...
Oh, Elsie. Is Minnie out at the back? What is it, Min? Minnie, where are you? I'm over here. Help. Well, I can't see you.
She's in the washing machine.
In the washing machine? My goodness. Oh, come on, Min, now get out. What on earth are you doing in there? Well, it says on the instructions that it washes your clothes and you don't have to do a thing. Minnie, that doesn't mean you don't have to take your clothes off. Oh, well, look at me, wet through and miserable.
Ah, there's one thing to cheer you up. Dairy milk. I'd like to tell you all about it.
I might have known it. Give him a line and he goes into business for himself.
That's why I'm here for Cadbury's. A byword for the smoothest, creamiest chocolate of all. Cadbury's Dairy Milk Chocolate is simply packed with palate-pleasing flavor, rich and nourishing goodness. In each half-pound of dairy milk, there's a glass and a half of milk. Milk, fresh, creamy milk. And it's sparkling full cream milk, smoothly blended to bring out the deep flavor of the chocolate. All that milk plus famous Cadbury quality chocolate results in a taste thrill that's always satisfying. There's pleasure aplenty in each thick, chunky square of dairy milk. Buy a block and see. Call at your chocolate counter and choose dairy milk in the purple and gold wrapper. Dairy Milk Chocolate, today's best reason for I want Cadbury.
Oh, here Here's Perce now, just past the window.
Elsie, whatever you do, don't tell him about the room to let here.
Oh, it'd be rather nice.
What, to have him between meals as well as at meals?
Well, perhaps we'd better keep the house all girls together.
Here I am, Jellybean, larger than life.
You're telling us?
Guess who I saw running down the street?
That old gossip, Mrs. Gabler?
No, Hercules, the greengrocer.
Ah, poor Mr. Hercules. Running? What's he trying to catch? I thought he'd caught everything but housemaid's knee.
He said he'd be calling.
Oh, that'll be him now. Why, Miss Plunge.
Hello, dear. Still caulking? Look, here you are. As soon as I saw these, I thought of you. Flowers.
A wreath.
Somehow it seemed you. But more about me. Aren't I lovelier than ever?
Perce.
I heard you had a vacant room. I know you'll be thrilled. I've come to live here.
What made you think of coming here?
I sometimes get my men friends mixed up, and they'd never think to look for me here.
And why not?
What? Me in a home for old ladies?
Are you still working in that office?
Oh, no, I gave that up. Not enough future in it. Only one man.
What are you doing now?
Oh, I'm in gowns.
Only just.
Do you like this little number? It's a Marilyn Monroe creation.
But haven't you got it on back the front?
Yes, but I find I can wear a deeper plunge than Marilyn.
Plunge? From here it looks more like a high dive.
It's an exclusive model. It's called Imagination. It doesn't take much material.
Doesn't take much imagination. Perce, put your eyes back. They look like organ stops.
Oh, how droll you are. I'm mad about Marilyn Monroe. Look, I've been practicing her walk.
Percy.
My glasses keep steaming over.
You're not wearing glasses.
That must be my blood pressure.
Well, I can't see anything in that walk.
It's very tricky. I only walked 2 blocks and I had my girdle on back to front.
And where will that get you?
How droll. Look where it got Marilyn. But of course tonight I've got to be a little Miss Prim and proper.
Oh, no, whatever for?
Well, it's Monday. That means it's Fred's night. Of course, I'm mad about Fred. Only on Mondays, of course. I never knew Fred was going to turn out like he did when he told me he was studying anatomy.
You don't mean to tell me that Fred...
Oh, no. He's got to learn the theory before he does anything practical. But my, is he working hard. He says I'll be a much greater help when he takes biology, whatever that is.
Tell me, are you going steady with Freddie?
Only on Monday night. He thinks I'm an old-fashioned girl.
You old-fashioned?
When I meet Fred, I'm practically disguised. He's taking me to a dance tonight. Could you lend me an evening dress I could put a few tucks in so I look old and staid?
Oh, my evening dress would be much too modern. I bought it when the Charleston first came out.
Perhaps that would do.
No, I remember now. All the sequins have got sticky. The last time I wore it to dance, I had a chair stuck to me all night.
How mad weird.
Yeah, I couldn't let go of Elsie for 3 days.
Pity. Sounds just the thing. But I'll be able to pick one up at some old second-hand clothes store. Oh, I haven't told you about last night. Sunday night, that's Joe's night. You should have been there.
Really?
No, it probably wouldn't have turned out the same if you'd been there. But the party, Joe took me. I spent most of my time with Charlie and Alf, but Reg took me home. I'm madly mad about Reg. For Sunday night.
But what about Joe?
I'm making him Tuesday lunch.
Oh. Well, you must be very tired, my dears. You know where your room is. It's 1st floor front.
How long can I have it for?
The previous tenant won't be back for 5 years with time off for good conduct.
Did he leave any of his mad things?
Only this book, The Conquest of Everest by Sir Edmund Hillary.
You stick to books. My conquest is men. Oh, I get so weary sometimes, but I feel it is my duty to bring a little happiness into the drab lives of as many men as I can.
Here, here.
Of course, dear, if you didn't sacrifice yourself, some other poor young girl would have to.
Hello, Elsie. What about the spare room that's going?
The only spare room I've got is for Cadbury's.
All right you are. Always leave room for dairy milk. And believe me, that's not hard. There's something about Cadbury's Dairy Milk chocolate that makes it always welcome. You enjoy the deep flavor of Cadbury quality chocolate, so smooth, full of energy-building nourishment. Then there's milk. Milk, fresh, creamy milk. A glass and a half, no less, in every half pound. Each deep bite into those thick, chunky squares proves how really good a good chocolate can be. Next time your palate calls for a smooth, satisfying snack, turn to Dairy Milk chocolate. With 21 squares of smooth, creamy chocolate in the quarter-pound block, plus all that satisfying flavor, no wonder everyone makes Dairy Milk a good reason for I want Cadbury.
Set in a crown immortal, oh, shine upon my heart, oh, give me all I need. Star of love, tell him I love her, that life apart from her is no indeed. In the night I behold you shining, for comfort and for peace I raise my eyes above, and I pray that through all eternity no cloud may hide from me my star of love. But am I waking or sleeping, or lost in the valleys of dreaming? Star of love, all my soul is wakening to find the star of all my love is you.
Coupled with the goodness of Cadbury's Dairy Milk chocolate, you can now enjoy the crisp, nutty flavor of Brazil nuts. Pop into the chocolate counter where you buy your dairy milk, and right alongside you'll see Cadbury's Brazil nut chocolate. Brazil nut chocolate is an exciting combination of two flavors: dairy milk with its glass and a half of pure, fresh, full cream milk, plus Brazils, wholesome, nutty Brazils packed with tangy, tantalizing goodness. And bear in mind, Brazil nut chocolate has more than just flavor to recommend it. Cadbury's Brazil nut chocolate is good for you. Buy our block tomorrow, you'll love it. Brazil nut chocolate, a twofold flavor, a twofold reason for I want Cadbury's.
Men, have you read any of this Conquest of Everest book?
Oh, no, Elsie. I looked at a couple of pages. It was too rude.
Why?
Well, it said for the last 3 weeks the whole party was indecent.
Oh, no, not indecent, men. Indecent.
Ah!
Oh, it's most exciting. At one time, they almost had to give up because of a great big gorge.
Disgusting.
What do you mean?
Stuffing themselves with food like that. Anyway, what's at the top of Everest?
Nothing.
Then why are they climbing it?
Because no one else has ever been there.
Hey, I'm not surprised. Sounds daft to me. All that trouble to get to nothing with nobody there. Oh, it's Mr. Hercules.
Straight out of a sick bed.
Why, Mr. Hercules, you're back.
Me back. Practically all aluminium. Me doctor is used to most things, but when he examines me, he recoils in horror. I was having blackouts last month. That beat him.
Look, in this book, The Conquest of Everest, it says that mountaineers had blackouts because the air was thin on top.
That wouldn't apply to me.
Why?
I've got a lovely head of hair. I cured me blackouts with a new hat.
Oh?
Yes, you see, the old one was too big and kept falling over me eyes. Oh, but this lump under me ear, that beats him.
What does he think it is?
Well, he's testing me tonsils. In fact, they're in his office now. Ah, but he's a wonderful doctor. What he doesn't know about medicine would fill a book.
Well, what about some vegetables? We must have something to eat.
Do you realize eating causes nausea?
Oh, we won't worry about that. Our motto is eat, drink, and be merry.
Yes, and tomorrow you might die. And you'd never have known what was wrong with you.
Oh, I shouldn't worry. I feel fine.
You think you do. But do you realize you might have something obscure that the doctors would give anything to get their hands on?
Well, I'd like to get my hands on some vegetables.
Oh, I wouldn't if I were you. I feel so guilty when I'm selling greens. I feel as though I'm peddling heartburn.
Well, there's nothing wrong with potatoes.
Have you seen where they come from?
No.
The dirty ground. Now, I wouldn't tell this to anybody I hadn't met, but I think Dr. Macquarie is losing his nerve.
Why?
The rash.
What rash?
My rash. It beats him.
What sort of a rash is it?
It's so unusual, I'm almost haven't got it.
Well, why should you have such an unusual rash?
I'm gifted. You've got to have a flair for those sort of things.
That's true. I don't think I've ever known anyone who can be as ill as good as you can.
Dr. Macquarie thinks the rash is psychological. It takes all different shapes. For instance, last week it looked like a mass of lines running all over the place. That cleared up when they settled the railway dispute.
You mean to say that you haven't got it now?
Got it? You should see me back. A Spanish galleon lying at the bottom of the sea.
Well, what does that mean?
We don't know until the diver comes up.
I can't wait.
Of course, I've still got those little bumps in my legs. But I'm off to see about that now.
Oh, well, goodbye and good luck, Mr. Hercules.
See, bro. I'll see you again when I've had 'em out.
In the shoemaker's shop, this new frame would never stop as he tapped away, working all the day. At his bench there was he, just as busy as a bee, little time to lose with his boots and shoes. But his heart went hot inside the little shop when a lovely girl set him all away. She had come to choose some pretty dancing shoes, and he heard her say in a charming way, I want some shoes that my feet are dancing, 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 dancing all the way. Shoes that my feet are dancing, dancing, dancing all my cares away. Then he waved, tapped and stitched, for his fingers were bewitched, and he sewed a dream into every seam, making shoes oh so neat, just like magic on her feet, and he'd hoped she'd know that he loved her so. But she danced, 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 as though she was entranced, like a spinning top, all around the shop. On her dainty feet, she whirled into the street, and he heard her say in a charming way, I want some shoes that are dancing, 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 dancing all day.
Coupled with the goodness of Cadbury's Dairy Milk Chocolate, you can now enjoy the crisp, nutty flavor of Brazil nuts. Pop into the chocolate counter where you buy your dairy milk, and right alongside you'll see Cadbury's Brazil Nut Chocolate. Brazil Nut Chocolate is an exciting combination of two flavors. Dairy milk with its glass and a half of pure, fresh, full cream milk, plus Brazils. Wholesome, nutty Brazils packed with tangy, tantalizing goodness. And bear in mind, Brazil Nut Chocolate has more than just flavor to recommend it. Cadbury's Brazil Nut Chocolate is good for you. Buy a block tomorrow. You'll love it. Brazil Nut Chocolate, a twofold flavor, a twofold reason for I want Cadbury's.
Hello, men. We've just had our first meeting.
Meeting of what, first?
The new political party. The Anti-Social Party.
Oh, what are you doing in that?
I'm the first candidate. They picked me because they said I'm the most antisocial fella they know.
Have you got a good platform?
I'll say. For next Thursday night, we have to take it back to the Oddfellows Hall.
No, I mean, what do you stand for?
Nothing.
Well, what are you up against?
Everybody.
Well, what's your slogan?
Work for women.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. Women should get higher pay.
Yes, you're right.
Yeah, what they bring home these days hardly keeps a bloke in cigarettes.
Well, I like that.
I thought you would. We advocate that all men should belong to the idle rich. All the fellas are for it.
I'll bet they are.
The first thing we're going to see about is the early morning trams. Why, a woman can't get to her work.
Hey!
She has to walk and walk home again. To say nothing of her old man waiting at home, never knowing when he can get out for a couple of schooners. But we got a smashing banner for the meeting. Men who don't want to work, unite. That's our slogan. I'm dead hot on slogans.
Well, did you get many along at your meeting?
Well, we borrowed the Labour Hall, but the very name cast a pall on the proceedings. Of course, most of our sympathisers are in jobs, but their hearts aren't in them. Hey, where's Else?
Oh, she's reading. Oh, look. She's fallen asleep over a book.
What is it?
The Conquest of Everest by Sir Edmund Hillary.
I better wake her up. Hey, Jellybean. 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 She must be dreaming.
There you are.
What is it, Jellybean?
I'm just checking the gear before we climb Mount Everest. You know, we're going to Everest. I thought we were going to have a rest. Now, Perce, have you got the snowshoes?
It's no good, Jellybean. Every time I put them on, they melt.
What about my climbing boots? Is it necessary to wear the spiked kind with the long nails?
Of course it is.
But are the nails supposed to be on the inside? Hey, we're not going to carry all this stuff, are we?
No, we've got the porters. You know, the Sherpas.
Oh, them. Oh, I sacked a lot of them. I thought you said there were Sherpas.
No, Sherpas carry all the stuff. And the best ones are tigers.
Oh, not for us. We're going to have kangaroos and get the jump on everyone else. Perce, don't forget there's another party climbing the other side.
Which side?
The inside.
The inside? Hey, that reminds me, my inside. What about food?
Oh, well, Sir Edmund Hillary advised me to take light food because of the weight. So in these boxes we've got sponge cakes, souffles and meringues.
What have we got to drink?
Instant water.
Instant water?
Yes.
But this is an empty can.
Well, that's it. You see, you add water to it and it's ready to drink.
Else, what are you dragging me up a mountain for?
Well, I'm hoping that you get a little bolder.
Don't forget the sleeping bag.
Me? I wasn't sleeping. I wasn't sleeping, I was thinking. Minnie, thinking at a time like this when we're so busy? What were you thinking?
Well, I was wondering if we'd stop the milk at Cuckoo Avenue.
Oh, look! Look, what have you got in that bundle? A backless evening gown. Now, what did you bring that for?
Well, I thought I might meet some of those winter sports.
And these fuchsia flannelette nighties and embroidered bed socks.
Well, I didn't want to get one of those frozen waists.
Well, it's time we got started. You better put the packs on the backs of the yaks. Not that one of Minnie's.
But you can't leave it.
I don't want any yakety yak about your pack. The yak's back won't stand that sack.
Well, here's the climbing rope. What's the red flannel nightdress and other things hanging from it? You brought the wrong rope.
Oh, why didn't you tell me?
They were unmentionables.
Oh.
Aye, we'd better rope ourselves together.
Perce, what are you doing with all that rope? You look like an octopus in the throes of one-man adagio. You're just roping yourself to yourself.
There's about 200 feet here.
We've been cheated. There should be 29,002 feet.
Oh, Minnie, don't be silly. That's the height of the mountain.
Oh.
Perce, 200 feet should be enough.
Enough? That'll only just go round you and Perce.
Well, off we go. Best foot forward.
What'll I do with the other one? Leave it here. Hey, my eyesight's going. I can't see anything but snow.
Goggles, Perce, goggles.
Well, I can't see how it'll help my eyesight, but here goes.
Well, we're doing well. We've taken care of 18,000 feet.
I wish someone would take care of mine.
I knew it would snow. My corns are killing me.
No wonder they're playing up on you. Fancy wearing elastic-sided boots.
Hey, look at that peak. That's funny. It looks familiar.
What does it say on that stone?
Let me have a look. 20,000 feet above sea level. Johnson and Smith rested here in 1929. Hillary and Hunt rested here in 1954. Errol Flynn reached here retreating from Burma, didn't stop.
20,000 feet.
Oh, well, I think we've had enough for one day.
Does that mean I can put this yak down? It's got my pack on its back.
Yes, Perce. And pitch the tent over there.
Righto, Jellybean. Anything you say.
Oh, Perce, what have you done?
I don't know why we carried it all the way up here just to throw it away.
Oh, look, there's the head of the Sherpas, Tiger Tin Song. You talk to him, Perce. You always say you speak a universal language.
No, else. They're only swear words.
Well, what are we going to do? I can't speak Sherparese.
Hey, don't worry, I'll fix it. Hey, you! One fella boy, come alongside Whiteside. Fix 'em talky. Fix 'em up chop, pretty slick quick. You fellas savvy?
I say, boy, what a novel idiom. You've had Sir Edmund Hillary rolling in the aisles, that skipping patter.
Ah, you understand me then?
Well, you're a bit tricky to follow, but I catch on. Oh, I said the rest of my boys will love this.
Oh, Mr. Tinsong, we want to make camp here for the night.
No, I'm frightfully sorry, but you're trespassing.
Trespassing? 20,000 feet up the mountain?
Well, actually, Colonel Carew of the Frontier Force has a garden 500 feet under this snow.
Well, how can we hurt his garden?
Well, all this tramping about will absolutely wreck his hydrangeas. We'd better push on.
Push on where to?
To the summit. It's fairly quiet up there.
Oh, well. Come on, everybody. Forward!
Hour after hour. Oh, goodness knows how Elsie keeps going. She must be made of steel.
She's heartless forcing the pace like this.
Onward, upward, never faltering. Else, how do you manage to keep going like this?
Well, after all, Perce, I'm the only one with a bike. Look, the end's in sight.
You're telling me I've been behind you all the way up the mountain. Hey, Jellybean, I'll straight.
I can't go any further.
Oh, come on, Min. It's only a few more feet to the top.
Hey, It looks as though there's somebody there before us.
Oh, no. It can't be.
Oh, hello, Miss Elsie. Meet my Saturday boy, Sir Edmund Hillary.
Any day of the week, an old friend that deserves a special greeting is Cadbury's Dairy Milk Chocolate. That's because dairy milk is always likable, always pleasing. In the new quarter-pound block, there are 21 thick, chunky squares of deep-flavored chocolate to tempt even the most particular taste. There's the nourishment of Cadbury quality chocolate, too, plus milk. Milk, fresh, creamy milk. There's no other chocolate quite as smooth and creamy as Cadbury's Dairy Milk. That's why it's best to pick the purple and gold wrapper at your chocolate counter. Remember, only in Dairy Milk Chocolate can you really taste that glass and a half of milk in every half pound. Make Dairy Milk your daily companion. Just say, I want Cadbury's. In tonight's Cadbury show, you heard Minnie Love as Minnie, Kevin Brennan as our old friend Perce, Frank Strain as Mr. Hercules, Audrey Teasdale as Miss Plunge, David Butler as Sherpa. Songs by Donald Cameron and Babs McKinnon to the music of Wilbur Cantwell. Now, this is Reginald Goldsworthy saying good night for Elsie, your Cadbury star, Rita Paunceford.
Buying or selling livestock? Then don't take transport risks with your valuable consignments. Be sure. Contact the Victorian Railways, the transport specialists for over a century. If sufficient traffic is available, the railways will run a special train to meet your requirements.
Use your railways always.
Have you sometimes noticed that when you're extremely busy and concentrating especially hard, the slightest noise can make you jump sky high? That's a sign of high nervous tension and perhaps overworked nerves.
Then here's a suggestion. Reach for a packet of Wrigley's chewing gum whenever the pressure starts. You'll be surprised how that simple act of chewing Wrigley's helps soothe your nerves, helps you to calm down.
So remember, when high-pressure work is sending your temperament up, that's the time to start chewing Wrigley's to help calm you down. Make it a regular thing to buy a few packets of your favorite Wrigley's flavor on your way to work each day.
The Oxford Show ran for many years on Melbourne radio station 3KZ. It was produced and directed by legendary Melbourne radio man Leslie Ross. Compares were Alan Freeman and then Kevin O'Gorman. Many great local show business performers appeared over the years. Regulars were Lenny Holmes, Laurie Wilson, Jim Berenson, Benny Lucas, Freddie Phillips, and Fred King. Radio variety at its very best.
Oxford, the show that's bright and gay. Oxford, a winner all the way. Step right up and meet all the team, and you'll find they're right on the beat.
Now if the news is gloomy and you're feeling blue, in half an hour we'll bring the sunshine back to you.
So come on, let us chase away your care and woe. The Oxford Show.
Greetings, my friends. This is Kevin O'Gorman, and once again, it's tempo time. Yes, the music that keeps the toes a-tapping. So come on and watch them shuffling along with our vocal rhythm king, Lenny Holmes.
Way down on the levee in old Alabama, there's Daddy and Mammy, there's Itram and Sammy. On a moonlight night you can find them all. While they are dancing, the banjos are syncopating. What's that they're saying? Oh, what's that they're saying? While they keep swaying, humming and swaying. Why, it's a good ship, Robert E. Lee, to come to carry the cotton away. Watch them shuffling along, see them shuffling along. Come take your best gal, your real pal. Go down to the levee, I said to the levee, and join that shuffling throng. Hear that music and song, it's simply great, mate. Waiting on the levee, waiting for the Robert E. Lee. Come on and watch them shuffling along. Come on and see them shuffling along. You take your best gal, why, your real pal. Go down to the levee, I said to the levee, and join that shuffling throng. Come on and hear that music and song. It's simply great, mate. Waiting on the levee, waiting for the Robert E. Lee. Watch them shuffling along. Come on and see them shuffling along. Come take your best gal, your real pal. Go down to the levee, I said to the levee, and you join that shuffling throng. Come on and hear that music and sound. I simply great, mate, for waiting on the levee, waiting for the Robert E. Lee.
And to join the parade of Oxford famous stars, here is the original swing mistress, Perry Lucas.
Well, it's the wind, the breeze, the ship, the sail, bringing my baby to me. Day after day I'm waiting patiently, and when the salty wind is blowing from the sea, I pretend that it's the breeze that's filling the sails, that's moving the ship, that's bringing my honey back to me. I always keep my window open wide, so I can let the friendly breeze come right inside, and pretend that it's the breeze that's filling the sails, that's moving the ship, that's bringing my honey back to me. Mr. Wind, keep blowing stronger, because I must have that man of mine. Every day seems so much longer. Now don't forget it's daylight saving time. I get so lonely waiting days and weeks, and every breath of air that seems to pound my cheeks seems to say that it's the breeze that's filling the sails, that's moving the ship, that's bringing my honey back to me. Patiently, and when the lonely wind is blowing from the sea, seems to say that it's the breeze that's filling the sail, that's moving the ship, that's bringing my honey back to me. I always keep my window open wide, so I can let the friendly breeze crawl right inside, and pretend that it's the breeze that's filling the sails, that's moving the ship, that's bringing my honey back to me. Mr. Wind, keep blowing stronger, because I must have that man of mine. Every day seems so much longer. Now don't forget it's daylight saving time. I get so lonely waiting days and weeks, and every breath of air that seems to cool my cheeks seems to say that it's the breeze that's filling the sails, that's moving the ship, that's bringing my honey back to me. Well, it's the wind, the breeze, the ship, the sail that's bringing oh my honey to me.
Comes now the smiling one with the golden banjo, Hex Scats McClellan. In show business, it's a difficult thing to please everyone. But here we have no problem, as we present Australia's Cavalier of Song, Roy Lyons.
Long, long ago, someone I know had a little red canoe, in it room for only two. Love found its star there in my heart, and like a flower drifting with a current down a moonlit stream, while above the heavens in their glory gleam, and the stars on high twinkle in divine, dreaming of a pair of eyes that look in mine. Beautiful Ohio, in dreams again I'll see visions of what used to be. Drifting in the moonlight, while the heavens gleam, and the stars on high twinkle in the sky, seeming in a paradise of love divine, dreaming of a pair of eyes that look in mine. Beautiful Ohio, in dreams again I'll see visions of what used to be.
Once again, we have the two youngsters who sing 'em and swing 'em in high-grade fashion, Joni and Lenny.
Oh, my wonderful one, how I adore you through the day and the night. I'm longing for you. Won't you tell me you care? Oh, I implore you, while the stars above shine, or a new world I'll find, if you tell me you're mine.
Oh, how I've wanted to tell you, my dear, just what I feel in my heart.
Oh, my wonderful one, how I adore you through the day and the night. I'm longing for you. Won't you tell me you care? Oh, I implore you, while the stars above shine, or a new world I'll find, if you tell me you're mine. Oh, my wonderful one, how I adore you through the day and the night. I'm longing for you. Won't you tell me you care? Oh, I implore you, while the stars above shine, oh, a new world I'll find, if you tell me you're mine.
Silver strings and sweet music from the steel guitar of Jimmy Jensen. One of the greatest songs ever to rock the hit parades a few years ago was Dream. Here now to recreate it for you are the Galleon Singers.
When you're feeling blue, that's the thing to do. Just watch the smoke rings rise in the air. You'll find your share of memories there. So dream when the day is and they might come Things never are as bad as they seem. So when they might come Things never are as bad as they seem. So dream.
Well, now we clear the decks, and there's action from the HMAS Galleon Grand Piano, manned by Captains Lolly Wilson and Freddie Phillips. Well, that's the way it goes. 30 minutes, and we're on our merry way. But we return to the Galley and Confidant St Kilda at the same time next week, and our panel producer Leslie Ross will set him up for another Oxford show.
In tropic heat or frigid cold or any kind of weather, in every home, in every place, wherever you may be, it always will be welcome, that cup of Bushell's tea.
The General Motors Hour featured radio adaptations of film and stage plays featuring both American and Australian stars. This play is called The Night Holds Terror. General Motors Hour was broadcast on network stations at 8 p.m. The theme for the radio program was While I Live, the title tune from the 1947 film of the same name. Written by Charles Williams and recorded by Charles Williams and his concert orchestra. The legendary John Deese introduces the play.
The General Motors Hour. General Motors Holdens, through the Macquarie Network and cooperating stations in all states, present The Night Holds Terror, starring Hart Maguire, June Salter, and Joe McCormick. This is John Deese introducing our play. The Night Holds Terror was an outstanding Columbia film. It is full of suspense and excitement as the plot progresses to its thrilling climax of the triumph of right and justice. Our stars are Hart Maguire, June Salter, and Joe McCormick. The play will be produced by Harry Harper. Ladies and gentlemen, Act 1 of the General Motors Hour production of The Night Holds Terror.
You want a lift?
I thumbed you, didn't I?
Get in.
Thanks.
I go up as far as Dry Lake Road, just this side of Mojave.
Desert country, huh?
Yeah, desert all around us here.
You work at the Edwards Air Base?
Yeah, electronics.
It pays?
Nicely, thanks.
That's what I thought. Nice car, too.
Yeah, you really skim right along in it.
Well, suppose you hold it at 50.
Why 50?
Because I say so. With this.
What's the gun for?
It has a hair trigger on it. You know?
Yeah, I get the idea.
Exactly 50, then.
Okay. This is a stinking trick.
Yeah, I know. Let's have your wallet.
My wallet?
What do you think I'm holding this gun for? Comfort? Your wallet, hand it over.
Okay, here.
50, I said. 50, what's that speed?
I'm doing 50.
Just keep it up. 4, 5, 6.
There's $10 in that wallet.
Is that all you got? Come on, come on.
That's all I got. I spent the rest. That's why I went into Los Angeles this morning to get some parts for a recorder I'm building. They're right there in the back seat.
In the back seat, huh? Yeah, I see him. Fellas aren't going to be happy about this. Not happy at all.
What do you mean?
Friends. 2 friends. They sent me down the road to pick up a car that looked prosperous. And all I get is 10 stinking little dollars. Okay. There's a turnoff ahead in the desert. I'll make it and pull up. The fellas are coming now. Face that way.
Why?
They're kind of skittish about having you see their faces.
Oh.
I wouldn't try looking back if I were you.
Look, you got all my money. Now, what more do you want? Why don't you let me go?
It's not that simple, buddy. Hi, Morgan.
Come on, Hill. Hurry it up.
I'm coming. Well, here he is.
What's his name?
What's your name?
Jane Cordier.
And he works on electronics at Edwards. Ought to be cashed up. But he isn't.
All right. Cordier, take one look in my direction and I'll kill you. Now. It's that simple.
You know how much he had? $10.
You sure drew a blank car?
What am I, psychic? Am I supposed to know how much every guy who drives past me's carrying?
Shut up. Cordier, lie down.
What?
Lie down on the ground, face down. Go on.
Well, what's this for?
How do you want it, Buster?
Huh?
Straight in the head while you're lying there? Do you want to run for it and get in the back?
Why do you have to kill me? Why?
Dead, you can't talk. That's your answer.
But he hasn't seen us?
He saw me.
Hey, fellas, give me a break, will you? I promise I won't go to the police. I promise it. Now, why should I go over $10 if you just let me go? Listen, I got a wife. I got 2 kids. You got to listen to me.
Lie down.
Don't kill him, Morgan. Don't kill him.
I said lie down, Cordier.
You need glasses, Morgan.
I was just trying to nick his ear.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I'll prove it to you. You see that flower? Well, how about it?
Look, if you're going to kill me, get it over with, will you? It's a shame killing a man for $10.
Yeah. Yeah, Hill, maybe it is. Maybe you got something. Cordier, get up. Come here.
What now?
Is that car in your name?
Yeah.
Where's the owner slip?
Well, I still owe a couple of $100 on it. The slip's at Strankers Motors right over in Lancaster. Look, I'll help you sell it. I'll even sign ownership over to you. I'll do anything that you say. That car's worth at least $2,000.
I don't like it.
I like it. You can realize $1,800 in that car.
I like it. Now brush yourself off, Cordier. We're going over to Lancaster to sell your car. For cash.
That the place?
Can't you read, Hill? It says Strankers Motors.
Yeah, that's the place.
You cooperate with us, Cordier?
Yeah, I will.
Don't get any funny ideas in your head like trying to outsmart us. I guess you know by now we mean business.
If I have to, I'll kill everybody in the place. Now let's go in there. Come on, Cordier, you walk ahead with me and act as if nothing is wrong.
Well, it's a nice car, but I can't go as high as 2,400, fellas. The best I can do is 2,000 tops.
Well, make it 21, Mr. Stryker, and it's a deal.
Sorry, 2,000 is my ceiling.
That car's worth at least 2,100, and you know it.
Then you'd better take it to somebody else.
Well, all right, Mr. Stryker, 2,000 will do, but it's got to be in cash, all cash.
All cash? You mean you won't take my check?
Well, you see, my wife had an accident. She's up in the hospital in Oakland. She was visiting her folks.
Yeah, that's why he's got to sell the car. He needs the money right away.
Even so, it's rather unusual. Besides, the banks are all closed. It's after 3 o'clock.
Well, look, how much cash do you have?
Oh, $500. You still have to come around for the rest of the morning.
I should leave tonight to see my wife, I mean.
Sorry.
You can come back in the morning, can't you?
Well, I suppose.
Okay. I'll go and get the 500.
All right, give it to me, the whole $500.
What now?
I could do with a drink.
Me too.
Okay. Let's find a bar. But Cordier, now funny business. I want arrested at $2,000 in the morning.
Oh, you'll get it.
I'll settle for exactly $500 now if you give any trouble. Here's a bar across the street. Let's move in there. Hill, you watch.
Look, Cordier, let's talk while Morgan and Carr are getting more drinks. I got bad news for you. Those two are real mean fellas.
Oh, you think I don't know that? What do you call yourself, Hill?
Me? A hoist man. Nothing fancy, just small stuff. Morgan and Carr picked me up a few miles back, and now I'm in with them. I tell you, both are killers. And they want the rest of that $2,000 for the car.
Yeah, I know that.
But you gotta realize that makes it rugged. You're with us till the morning.
Look, I'll stay in the car. I'll go to a hotel with you. I won't give you any trouble.
I know you won't, but how about your wife? What's she gonna do when you don't go home? That's what worried them.
Look, I don't care what you do with me, but leave my family out of it. Now, you hear me? You leave my family
Not
out.
so loud. Remember, fella, we know where you live. We got your address out of your wallet. Now, be smart. Just play along. I don't want to see you hurt. Here they come. Drink that beer and take it easy.
Yeah, okay.
How long you take to drink that stuff?
Come on, knock it up.
We're leaving?
Yeah, right now.
We're going to Cordier's place.
To my house? Oh, you wouldn't go to my house. You really wouldn't do that. No, now, look, I can phone my wife and make a good excuse to her for not being there. She won't give you any trouble, I promise it. You can stand right by the phone while I call her. You can hear everything I say, every word.
No.
But Morgan...
I said no. We'll drive slow all the way so it's dark when we get there. The whole street doesn't see us going in. Go on, Codier, lead the way. You're our host. Yeah, it's a nice house you got, Codier. From the outside, anyway.
Yeah, nice.
Is your wife pretty?
Why?
Oh, no reason.
Carl, look around outside the house. That way I'll go around the back.
What for?
For visitors.
Okay. Watch him, Hill.
Now, look, Hill. Look, you're different to those two. I know it. I saw it out in the desert when Morgan wanted to shoot me.
I felt sick.
Now, what's it worth to you to get my family and me out of this?
Not a chance.
Would $10,000 interest you?
Where you going to get that kind of dough?
My father, you heard of the Cordier markets in Los Angeles?
And he'll give me $10,000 just like that?
20 if you like. You can have the money in the morning. You can take my word for it.
Do you think I'd cross Morgan and get shot on a promise like that? How dumb do you think I am?
I tell you, my father's a rich man.
Shut up.
Where's Morgan?
I'm here.
I took a look inside. 2 kids asleep in back rooms.
Your wife, blonde, Codier?
Yes?
That's the only person I saw.
Yeah. Blonde, huh?
Carl, keep your hands to yourself, your ideas to yourself, and act strictly within the limits of business. You understand?
The college boy.
Hill, what have you and Codier been talking about?
Well, he was...
I've been asking him to behave when he gets inside.
That's natural. Let's go in.
Well, let me go first. I want to talk to Doris.
We'll be listening.
Gene, where have you been? You promised to be home by 3 o'clock. I've been frantic.
Well, you see, Doris,
I didn't know you brought someone home with you. Gene, what are those men doing here? Those guns.
You gotta take it easy, Doris.
What are they doing in the house?
I've been held up.
All I got was $10. Yeah, you're right, Kurt. Yeah, she is.
Carl! Remember what I said?
I was just saying. She's pretty.
What do these men want?
Mrs. Codier, go into your own bedroom so you won't disturb your kids. Go on, go and wait there.
Please do as he says, Doris. Do as he says.
Yes. Yes, all right.
Hey, Mrs. Codier, don't call out. Don't make any noise. Nothing to attract attention from the neighbors. Remember, we've got your husband in here.
Yes, I remember.
Boy, electronics must pay off. Some house.
Codier, any guns in the house?
No, I'm afraid to keep one around because of the children.
You'd better not be lying to me. Hill, check every drawer and closet just to play safe.
Yep.
And don't wake those kids.
Like you, Morgan. I don't want noise.
Where's the phone?
Over there on top of that shelf.
I cut the wire.
No! Phone company might get suspicious. Send someone out. Check all the back rooms. Make sure no one can leave. And
don't wake the kids. Okay, Papa.
Codier, you stay here. Sit down. While we're here, you'll do exactly as I say. And I mean exactly.
Look, Morgan, you'll go in the morning now, won't you?
When Stranker gives you the rest of the money for the car?
Yeah, I'll get it for you.
I know you will.
And then you'll go?
Leaving you to phone the cops?
I wouldn't do that.
I'd do that if I were you.
Well, I got my family to think
You're
of.
right, so have I. You and your wife can give a description of all of us. And don't tell me you wouldn't do that.
Hi, sweetheart.
Get out of here.
Car. Sit down, Cotier.
My wife...
Get out, I tell you.
Car. Come in here.
What for?
You too, Mrs. Cotier.
Will you tell me what you want?
Keep
Louis?
quiet.
We asked a question, sweetheart.
Car. The name is Mrs. Cotier. This man's wife. You got that?
Now listen, Morgan.
You listen. We don't want noise, trouble of any kind. This is the second time I've told you. There won't be a third.
Everything's like you said, Morgan.
No guns?
Very respectable. No nothing.
Ha ha.
Shut up, Carr. I won't take your suggestive...
Remember, Cotier, I once told you this gun is a hair trigger.
Sit down, Cotier.
Do as he says, Jean, please. Please.
Okay.
All right. Mrs. Cotier, anybody likely to drop in here tonight?
No. No one that I know of.
Expecting any phone calls?
Well, Jean's dad, I talked to him earlier.
What about?
He lives in Los Angeles. Jean went to Los Angeles today.
To buy parts for Ricardo, we know.
Well, I thought Jean might have called to see his father. I mean, when Jean didn't come home.
We know what you mean.
I'll answer it.
Your wife can answer it.
But Morgan...
She answers it. Go on, Mrs. Cotier.
All right.
Go on, hurry it up. If it's his old man, tell him everything's okay.
Say one word out of line, that's going to be your last.
Leave her alone, will you? Go on, Doris.
Hello? Oh, Dad. Jean, well, he had a little tire trouble. Yes, I'll tell him. Goodbye.
Did you tell anyone else about your husband being late?
Well, you see, I...
Well, did you?
You better tell him, Doris.
The state police.
What? What did you say?
That Jean was late and I was worried. I called Harry Osborne.
He's a friend of ours.
He checked to see if there were any accidents, and there weren't. That's all.
I hope so, for your sake.
For your sake. And his. And the kids.
But you wouldn't. Not the children.
How dare you? How dare you come into our home this way, ordering us around, threatening us with guns? Get out! Only get out! Just get out! Get out!
Oh, shut up, will you?
Look, Doris, it'll be all over with in the morning. You see, I gave Carr a lift on the road. He poked a gun at me and took my wallet. He only got $10, so they decided I'd better sell the car.
What for?
$2,000, Mrs. Cotier. Stranker gave us $500. We collect the rest of it in the morning, when the bank's open.
That's for sure, Mrs. Cotier. So just behave.
Oh, what's that?
A doorbell. Didn't you have no front door, Hill?
You've got visitors.
I told you I didn't expect anyone.
Go over there to the window, pull back the curtain, see who it is.
Yes, I can see from there.
Hurry it up. Hurry it!
You can see, Morgan, you can't get away with it.
If I don't, I start shooting.
It's Harry Osborne.
Who did you say he was?
State police?
He's a friend.
He isn't in uniform.
He's still a cop.
Well, he often drops around.
What do we do, Morgan? What do we do?
Cotier, answer the door. You've got to keep him from coming in. Because if anything goes wrong, that's the end of you.
And so ends Act 1 of our play. You've read about it, you've heard it discussed, you may even have seen it. I'm referring, of course, to the new Holden, which, as you know, was recently announced by GMH. If, however, you have not yet inspected this dramatic new car, you will be all the more interested to learn about the beauty and function of its new shape and styling, and its many mechanical refinements. One feature that will immediately impress you is the new Holden's longer side silhouette. A new windshield gives 20% more forward vision, and there is a longer, lower hood line. This latest Holden also has a new grille, massive, well-designed front and rear bumpers, vastly improved twin tail lights, turn signal lights, and parking lights. Inside, there is a completely new dash with hooded dials and a larger glove box door. Seating has increased in width, and there is more headroom. Mechanically, the new model has been evolved from the performance on Australian roads of more than 635,000 Holdens, the number manufactured by GMH since 1948. There are various improvements in the suspension, gearbox, and back axle, and the all-powerful engine now takes full advantage of the better standard-grade fuels now available. Altogether, this new car is a worthy successor to the 4 previous Holden models. A car designed and built in Australia to put know-how and experience to excellent use in a highly competitive industrial field. Behind every efficient, forward-looking detail are 3 years of planning and preparation by Australia's largest automotive company. Only an organization of the size and scope of General Motors Holdens could afford to be so painstaking and so thorough, a thoroughness evident in everything they undertake. For General Motors Holden's consistent aim is always to make more and better things for more people. And now Act 2 of the General Motors Hour production of The Night Holds Terror.
Well, you finally got home, Gene.
Yeah, Harry. Yeah, I finally got home.
Doris called me up.
Yeah, I know.
She was pretty worried.
Yeah, I went to Los Angeles for some recorder parts. Everything turned out okay, though, but, thanks for the trouble, Harry.
No trouble. Is Doris around?
Yeah, she's inside.
Fine, I'll just...
Well, she's busy with the kids. You'll have to excuse me.
But, Gene, I wanted especially to tell
Some
you...
other time, huh?
I've been transferred to Oregon. Got it late this afternoon. I thought I'd make this goodbye. I brought drinks with me.
Well, I'm afraid you can't. I mean, well, Doris was upset when I didn't come back. She wants to go to bed.
But transfers are sudden, Gene. I'm going in the next few days.
Well, it's too bad. I'm sorry, Harry. I'm sorry.
Well, that's the way it is. Goodbye, Gene.
Goodbye.
Oh, Gene.
It's all right. He's gone.
Now you're thinking straight, Cody. Go back and sit down.
We have to just sit here all night?
No. I'm going to take a nap in the spare room.
What about Hill and me?
Look, you can stay here. Cody and his wife will leave the bedroom door open. That way you can see him all the time.
I like that.
When you sleep, Carr, he'll watch us. When he sleeps, you watch. You got that?
Yeah, boss man.
It's okay, Morgan.
It had better be. I'm tired. I intend to sleep.
Well. This is getting cozy. How about some music?
No, thanks.
Yes, please. Nice radio, Cordier. What I like about your house, everything is nice. Dance, honey?
If you don't mind, I think I'll see how the children are.
What's the matter? Afraid your old man might get jealous?
I just don't care to dance, that's all.
Well, I do.
Leave her alone.
Sit down, Cordier.
It's all right, Gene. It's all right. I'll dance with him.
Thanks, lady.
Why, you...
You can't get away with that car.
Don't!
I told you what I'd do, Cordier.
Put that away. Don't kill him. Don't!
Drop it. Drop it. Go on.
It's okay, Morgan. It's okay.
I told you, didn't I? Didn't I?
What's wrong with a dance?
Mrs. Cody. One more scream like that, will be your last.
That drooling idiot makes one more pass at my wife, it'll be his last. I don't care what happens.
Take it easy, Cordier. Don't make it hard for yourself.
What's wrong with you, Hill? You on our side or his?
I'm just trying to keep it peaceful. You want the neighbors to hear?
All right. Cody, you and your wife go in the bedroom. Leave the door open so Hill and Carr can see you. Go on. Now, you two. Go in there and check up on them every once in a while. Otherwise, leave them alone.
Fine now. You have a real nice sleep, Morgan.
I intend to.
You know something, Hill?
What?
Nobody like Cordier sucks me and gets away with it.
Gene, what do you want in that drawer?
Just watch those two out there, will you?
It's all right. Carr's asleep and Hill has gone to the bathroom. What are you looking for?
These.
Scissors. What are you going to do?
I'm going out there. Gonna get Carr and get his gun.
You mean...
Kill him.
But he might cry out and warn the others. Gene, don't do it. Please don't do
I
it.
must for the children. Wait here and watch that bathroom door. And hope Hill doesn't come out.
Hey!
Gene, look out!
Don't wait, Cordier! Don't move! Give me those scissors.
Hey. What's wrong, huh? Cordier, what are you doing?
He was just going to look at his kids.
What are those scissors for, Hill?
I got him in the bathroom. Manicure, see? A manicure.
Shut up! I'll watch him now. Cordier, get back to the bedroom. Gone!
Okay.
And stay there this time.
Thanks, Hill.
For what?
How do I know? I didn't do nothing for him.
Oh, Gene.
I couldn't do it, honey. I just stood looking down at Carl. I couldn't do it.
I know.
Why did I hesitate?
Well, I'm glad.
Glad. That was their one chance. How do we know what they'll do with us after they get that money in the morning?
Here they are, Mrs. Coutier. They're back.
Yes.
You got the money?
We got it. Cordier was a good boy. Hand it all over.
You got coffee?
Yes?
Pour some.
Hey, Doris, where are the children?
I left them in bed. They won't eat breakfast.
Hill, we got some bad news for you. We, only got $800 for the car.
8? Stranker said 2,000.
Cordier owed more on it than he thought. Didn't you, Cordier? Didn't you?
Multiply it.
Such a stinking lie.
Here's $200 for you.
200? 2? Coutier, I did you a favor last night.
What sort of favor?
Nothing. Coutier, give me the truth about the sale. They got 2,000, huh? They did get 2,000?
You're over 21. Figure it out for yourself.
Cordier, you trying to make trouble?
I'm making trouble. You trying to cheat me out of my share of the sale. Give me the rest of my dough out.
You what?
Don't hit him.
That does it. I don't want any part of you guys.
Listen. You're in this for keeps, and don't you forget it.
When are you all going to leave this house?
Right now, Mrs. Cordier. Oh, your husband is coming along.
Hey, now, wait a minute. I got you the money. I've done everything that you asked me.
What do you want with Gene? He won't call the police. He won't do anything. Look, we let you get away. All we wanted to be left alone.
It's okay about the car. I don't mind about the car.
You heard me, Cordier. You're coming along.
You mean I'm to be a hostage?
That's right. Mrs. Cordier, if anything happens to us, he's dead. That's the way it's got to be.
Why should I call the police? My family mean 1,000 times more to me than seeing you behind bars.
Doris, please, it's all right.
Why should I care whether you're caught or not? Do you think I'd do anything that would endanger the lives of my family? Well, do you? Do you?
Doris, it's the way I want it. If it'll get them away from the house, away from you and the kids, it's okay with me.
Come on, let's go.
Look, if Gene doesn't call me in half an hour, I'm going to call the police. Do you hear? I'm going to call the police.
Shut up. He'll call you when he's good and ready, not before. He'll take Coutier out. We'll follow you. Pull up here, car.
What for? We only got 50 yards around the corner from Cortier's house. What now?
What's this for, Morgan?
Morgan, you're not going back to the house.
Is your wife smart, Coutier?
Well, I suppose. Why?
Because if she's not, we'll be reading about you in the papers tomorrow. The obituary column.
What do you mean?
If she calls the police, I'll know it.
How?
Because I put a little piece of paper underneath the phone receiver. She lifts the phone, the paper falls out.
Hey, that's pretty cute.
Yeah, that's pretty cute. And Coutier, if you hear a shot, your wife wasn't so smart.
What are you doing back?
Just checking, Mrs. Coutier.
Where's Gene?
What have you done with him?
No, he's sitting in the car around the corner. Mm-hmm. You see that piece of paper?
You put it there?
Yeah. It would have fallen off if you'd lifted the receiver. I thought you'd like to know.
I haven't used the phone.
Okay, you're too smart to try any tricks. Just stay that way. Remember, we have a gun pointed on your husband's back. Make speed, car.
Okay.
Well, you're relieved, Courtier.
What?
To know your wife is smart.
She told you she wouldn't do anything to risk my life. Now, why can't you let me go, Morgan? Why do you have to...
3T25. 3T25.
What's that?
This radio.
A traffic accident. Vernon and Maine.
Interesting, huh?
Why didn't you tell my wife you were tuned into the police calls?
Oh, it slipped my mind.
Oh, no, it didn't. If you told her about that radio, you could have stopped her calling the police for sure.
Don't be dumb. If the police were alerted to our hookup, they wouldn't put any calls over the radio now, would they?
This way, we got the cops cooperating.
If your wife is foolish enough to call them, Father will hear about it over the radio.
How long would it take?
About 3 minutes flat. And if she does call the police, Courtier, you get it. But good.
Hello? Oh, Mr. Ragland. Jean isn't in. Look, I can't talk. I'll have to call you later. Please get off the phone, Mr. Ragland. I don't want the line kept busy in case Jean calls.
Doris.
Oh, good morning, Jane.
Sorry I walked in on you like this, but I've been worried. So was Harry.
Harry? Oh, yes, Harry called last night, but Jean couldn't let him in. He simply couldn't because, you see...
Because what?
Well, I was putting the children to bed.
Harry called to say he was being transferred.
Transferred?
Well, didn't Jean tell you?
No. I mean, yes.
What is it, dear? Harry said Jean acted in a very strange way. There's something wrong.
No, Jane, no. Well, that's what becomes of being a police officer's wife.
You snatched up that phone as I came through the back door. Why don't you want the line to be busy? Look, honey, what's wrong? Tell me, let me help you. Doris. Oh, my dear.
Jane, if you breathe a word to anyone about what I'm going to say, it may cost Jean his life.
We can buy some gas here.
I'll stretch my legs.
Listen to that radio, Hill.
Okay.
Hey, you, come on, fill up the tank, will you?
Courtier.
Yeah?
While Morgan and Carr are away, here's a tip. If they turn off into the Dry Lake Road, you know that lonely desert stretch?
Yeah.
It means they're going to get rid of you. You'd better make a run for it.
I don't stand a chance. And Dan Morgan's a dead shot.
It's better than your chances if you stick.
Yeah, thanks. You know, Hill, I just don't understand you.
It's just I don't want to be tied in with no murder, that's all.
13T9. Ambulance Avalon Boulevard. Code 2.
I wish they'd turn that thing off.
13T9.
So do I.
Ambulance Avalon Boulevard.
That broadcast my name and a description of you three. I'm finished.
Doris, when did they leave?
Oh, about 20 minutes ago.
We'd better call Jean's father.
Jane, I wouldn't dare.
Why?
Well, what if those hoodlums call here and get a busy signal? They'll think I'm talking to the police.
We'll call from my house.
I can't leave. I must wait for Jean to call me.
Then I'll phone for you.
No, please. It's too risky. Suppose Jean's father loses his head and calls the police. They said they'd kill Jean if I told anybody, and they meant it.
But we've got to do something.
Oh, please wait. Soon the half hour will be up, and then I'll call everybody.
Car, slow down when you get to the Dry Lake Road.
Okay.
They're going to give it to you at the Dry Lake Road.
Yeah.
You know what you two are?
You tell us, Hill. But sweetly.
You think you're big time. Geniuses. Just jerks.
What?
Anybody can kill a guy, but it takes brains to turn a guy into a gold mine. $200,000, for instance.
Come to the point.
This guy's old man runs them Cordier markets in Los Angeles.
How do you know?
Cordier told me. Tried to bribe me to let him go. With $20,000.
Yeah, maybe he was lying.
No, I wasn't.
Come to think of it, Cordier's an unusual name.
I never heard of Cordier markets.
Well, here, look. Look at this. There's a letter from my father in company stationery.
Show me that.
How about it, Morgan?
Yeah. Cordier's his old man, all right.
He's rich.
Hey, I got your point, Hill. So long as we've kidnapped Cordier, we might as well make his old man pay for it. But we don't change one thing, Cordier. If we get a police message over that radio about you before the half hour is up, you still get it.
Jane, what's keeping my husband from a phone? The half hour's almost up. You'd think he'd call.
People can't call right on time, Doris, especially when they're traveling in a car. Well, a lot of things can happen.
You know, like Jean getting a bullet in the back.
You've got to do something.
Don't keep saying
But
that.
you've got to.
All right. All right, you go home and call Jean's father and I'll phone the police. But if Jean calls while the line is busy, they'll know what I'm doing. They'll kill him.
I'll go in with him.
Okay. I didn't think you'd go for this kidnapping so fast.
And why'd you suggest it? Go in the Buckswood car, Cordier.
Come on.
You know what to say to Mrs. Cordier.
Oh, sure.
And Cordier, if that phone is busy at your house, you know what to expect.
And so ends Act 2 of our play. Earlier this evening I told you a little about the new Holden. Now I'd like to take you behind the scenes and describe briefly a few of the major steps in its development. As you know, it took more than 3 years to design, style, and test the new Holden. This work was carried out with conspicuous success by a staff of 563 stylists, designers, and specialists in the engineering department of GMH, the only complete design engineering department in the Australian automotive industry. First, a target date was set for production. Then the styling staff began the preparation of artist sketches and full-scale drawings. Next, a small-scale model of the new Holden was constructed for preliminary approval. This having been obtained, the GMH chief engineer, Mr. G. Wayne Brown, prepared a product program, including what is called a mechanical baseline to meet requirements in performance, economy, low-cost operation, and suitability for Australian conditions. Management having approved the preliminary styling and specifications, a full-scale plaster model of the new Holden was built. Next, the styling layout was passed to the drafting office, and separate drawings for each part of the new vehicle were issued to the experimental department, who manufactured the parts by hand. Using these parts, prototype cars were built for each body type in the new Holden range. When GMH engineers were satisfied with their structure, the cars were subjected to complete performance tests at the GMH Automotive Proving Ground, Lang Lang, Victoria. After 25,000 miles, each new Holden prototype was completely disassembled so that all parts could be checked. Finally, the test cars were reassembled and the tests were continued to obtain an entire life reading of performance and durability. This outline sketch of the design, construction, and testing of the new Holden says nothing of the 1,001 other exacting processes and details in its production, all of them essentially important. It is offered as an indication of General Motors Holden's ability to translate a wealth of know-how and experience into what is indeed Australia's own car, manufactured throughout by the company that has proved itself a link in the chain of Australia's progress, a partner in Australia's future. And now here is the final act in the General Motors R production of The Night Holds Terror.
Hello? Hello?
Los Angeles Police. Detective Pope?
This is Doris Cartier, Edwards Air Base. 3 men have taken my husband away, and he's being held as a hostage. There isn't much time. If they aren't caught soon, my husband...
Just a moment, Mrs. Cordier.
But there isn't much time.
All right. A description of the 3 men, if you can.
Yes, all in their 20s. One dressed in a blue suit and tie, one in a leather jacket and gray slacks, and one in a T-shirt and blue jeans.
They drive a car?
Yes, but I didn't see the number. I never left the house, you see. It's a late model. Blue, I think.
Blue. Okay, that'll do for the time being. We'll call you back.
But what about my husband?
We'll broadcast the description over the police radio. I'll rush the message onto the air.
What's your phone number, Cordier?
Lancaster 2343.
Okay.
Number, please.
Lancaster 2343.
Thank you. Your number, please.
Empire 32140.
Hold the line, please.
Operator's gonna call now. And we better get straight through, Cordier.
You will?
You think I will?
Yeah.
It's taking time. Hello.
What's wrong, Carr?
What's wrong? I'm waiting to take the call at Cordier's house, but nothing happens. Maybe the number's busy.
No, Doris wouldn't call anybody.
What's wrong with you anyway? Half an hour's more than up.
Lancaster 2343 waiting. Go ahead, please.
Hello?
Hi, Sugar.
Gene. What about Gene?
He's here.
Here, let me talk to him.
No.
That's Gene. I can hear him. How long before you let him go? When will I see him?
Sooner than you think. Now, look. Get in touch with his old man. Tell him we want $200,000 cash. That's a must.
I'll tell him. Please let me speak to Gene.
Cordier, you can speak to her. Now, wait. Just say you're okay. Just that.
All right.
Here, take it.
Doris, the car radio. It's tuned to the police calls. It's...
Come on.
You were a fool to do that, Cordier.
Leave him alone. People are looking at us.
We'll settle with you later, wise guy.
Come on back to the car.
Operator, give him the Los Angeles police. Hurry, please. Hurry.
They couldn't locate Gene's dad, Doris.
Gene, I just talked to Gene.
On the phone?
Yes, the car is tuned to the police radio. If the police broadcast a description of those 3, they'll know who's responsible. I've killed Gene. I've killed him.
Now, honey.
Pope's office.
This is Mrs. Cordier, Edwards Air Base. I must speak to Detective Pope. It's urgent.
Yes, Mrs. Cordier. Hold the line.
Hurry, please. Why don't they hurry?
You sure about this?
I told you Gene spoke. That's all he said. He was warning me. I knew I shouldn't have called.
Pope speaking.
It's Mrs. Cordier. I just heard from my husband.
Where was he calling from?
Oh, please don't waste time. He managed to tell me that the car is tuned to police broadcasts. Don't you see, if those men hear their descriptions, and, well, they'll know that you're after them and they'll kill Gene. You've got to stop that broadcast.
I'll try, Mrs. Cordier. Hold on.
Yes.
What are they doing?
He said he'd try to stop it. It might be too late.
Where to now, Morgan?
A nice, quiet place where we wait for Cordier Sr. to pay us $200,000.
Yeah. How about Cordier warning his wife?
He'll turn the radio back on.
Okay.
Cordier, why did you warn your wife about this radio? You think she's called the police?
No, she wouldn't do anything like that. She wouldn't.
Attention all cars. This is an emergency. Be on the lookout for a blue sedan.
This is a blue sedan?
A blue sedan containing...
What's wrong with that thing?
It's okay. You can see it's okay. Stop, that's all.
Attention all cars. This is an emergency.
Here he goes again.
Be on the lookout for blue sedan containing aged couple, Mr. and Mrs. Vaughn White of Los Angeles. Both are wanted immediately at Los Angeles Hospital. Their son is critically ill.
Okay, turn it off. We'll head for Joey's place.
Mrs. Cordier?
Yes, I'm still here.
We just did it. The broadcast was just going over. We substituted a dummy message on the spot just in case they got suspicious.
Oh, that's good.
Mrs. Cordier, are you still there?
Yes. They want Gene's father to find $200,000 ransom money.
That means they'll call you back again. Look, Mrs. Cordier, tell your father-in-law to go ahead and raise the money. I'll send Detective Spears over to see you. He'll tell you what to do.
Come in, Mrs. Spears.
Thanks, Mrs. Cordier.
This is Mrs. Jane Osborne, a neighbor, Detective Spears. Hello.
Mrs. Osborne, you know what's been going on, I guess.
Yes, I do.
All right. You might as well listen, too. 2 heads are better than 1.
I'll do anything I can to help.
Well, so far, Detective Pope has alerted all telephone operators. They've been instructed to report any call to this number.
I told Detective Pope Jean called me from San Fernando.
Yeah, we checked on that. Trouble is, they gave a wrong number from their call box.
Oh.
Pretty cute, but they won't get away with it again.
Well, what do you mean?
I brought a couple of special technicians along with me. They're going to work on your phone. Every time it rings, we can listen to headquarters and trace the call.
Well, is there anything else you can do?
Nope. Once we get a line on where they're calling from, we can send cars straight to the spot. It's our only chance.
But sometimes, in a case of kidnapping...
Yeah?
It doesn't matter. Weren't you going to say they don't always wait to get the ransom money? Sometimes they kill their victim anyway. Don't, Doris. Don't.
Whose house is this?
Just a friend of mine.
Some house.
Some friend. She
Shut up, car. Get the door open.
Okay, boss man. Step right in.
After you, Cordier.
Pretty fancy joint.
Yeah.
Cordier.
Yeah?
You see out there? On the balcony?
Yeah. Nice view.
There's a straight drop down there of 100 feet. Now you behave or we'll throw you over.
Now we're cozy, Morgan. How about this ransom money?
Ah, Cordier's old man's got to have time to collect it.
How much time?
He'll get it, I tell you.
Yeah. Well, give him a reminder. I'll drive into town, call your wife.
What for?
Just to ask her when the money will be ready.
Yeah, that's my boy.
Write your phone number down. Here in the notebook.
It's Lancaster, 2343.
I said write it down.
Here.
Okay. The car while I'm gone, you watch him.
You'll be back before dark?
What's wrong? You afraid of the dark?
Yeah. Yeah, the place has got drinks, too. Hey, Cordier, where you going?
Just out on the balcony to look at the view.
You go with him, Hill.
Okay.
Morgan was right. It is some drop down there.
Yeah, some drop.
What's Carr doing now?
Drinking.
Turn your back to him. Stand close. I want to talk.
What about?
You could get out of this if you wanted to.
Who says I want to? I get a third of that ransom, you know.
Sure, just like the split in my car.
Oh, no, this time it'll be a different deal.
You bet it will be. This time you're trading a robbery charge with the electric chair. Brother, you're really in big business now. Big payoff, big stakes. None bigger, your life.
Cut it out, will you?
We can take him unawares. I'll hit him. You go for his gun.
And suppose it misses. He'd kill us.
But it's worth a chance.
I'll think about it.
Number, please.
I want Lancaster 2343.
Hold the line, please.
Hurry it up, will you?
Detective Pope.
This is Special Switch Operator, position 502. I have a call for Lancaster 2343.
Okay, put it through. We'll trace it. Max?
Yeah?
Position 502. Call to the Cordier number going through now. Trace it.
Oh, I'd better let it ring a while. Every delay will help Detective Pope if it's one of those men.
Yes, it will.
Perhaps it's Jean.
Aren't you overdoing it a little? They might hang up.
Hello?
You took plenty long to answer. The money ready?
Well, I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know? Is it ready?
Gene's dad lives in Los Angeles. He's doing the best he can, but you must realize...
Listen, Mrs. Cordier. I'll call him tonight. At his house. And that's your last call.
We won't pay you a cent until we talk to Gene. Not till we make sure that he... Hello? Hello? He hung up.
That was no good. We didn't have time to trace the calls through the selectors.
Listen, Max, a man's life hangs on this. You've got to do it.
There are thousands of selectors, and we've got to trace the calls through every one of them.
Look, they're contacting Cortier's father at his home tonight. It's their last call. You got that?
Yeah.
If we don't locate him tonight, they'll kill Gene Cortier.
I know.
All right, get every available man on the job. Alert every special operator. And I want Mrs. Cortier over to father-in-law's house.
What for?
Anything to waste time. Stall the kidnappers on the phone while we trace the call. Have all your equipment set up and ready at the house by nightfall.
Okay. But if the Cortiers can't stall on that phone call, we're finished.
Why isn't Morgan back by now? How long does it take to drive into town and put in a call?
Aren't you getting a little edgy, Hill? Maybe you need a drink. Stiff one.
I don't want a drink.
Okay, I'll drink it myself. How about some music? These programs... Why ain't there nothing hot? It's all the same.
Morgan will be back soon. We're going to take Carr. We've got to do it.
No, I can't. I'm scared. He's pretty tough. The first blow's got to put him out or he'll stay quiet.
Hey, what do you two got your heads together for, huh? What's going on here? Have a drink, Hill. Good.
Oh, you did it! Quick, take the gun. Let's get outside. There's a car parked down the road.
Yeah, we'll take that.
Hey, Hill! Hill!
That's Carr. It's Carr.
I couldn't have hit him hard enough. Whose car is that? Yeah, whose car is that?
It's Morgan. That's who it is. Morgan. Give me that gun. Give it to me.
Morgan, watch out there. Morgan! Where do you think you're going? Don't you move, Cordier.
I'm gonna fix you this time, Cordier!
Leave him alone. Get back from him.
But Morgan, he hit me!
Look, I've made enough noise to rouse the whole neighborhood, and Hill is lying there dead. We gotta get away from here. Get in the car.
Where are we going?
Back to town. Call Cortier's father. That money had better be ready.
Have a cigarette, Mr. Pope?
No, thanks, Miss Cortier. Max, you got everything set up over there?
Yeah, everything's ready. I've got a direct line through the exchange. They'll give us a blow-to-blow description when the call comes.
Why doesn't it come? We've been waiting so long.
Now, take it easy, Mrs. Cortier. Don't get rattled. Remember, you've got to stall. Anything to give us time. Don't make it too obvious, but give us a chance.
How long will it take you to trace the call, Mr. Pope?
Well, the call is traced from selector to selector. Each has to be examined till the right one's found. The call is traced to the right exchange, then the right call box. And then the squads close in. It could take a minute or 5 minutes.
There it is.
Okay, Max, here it is. Let it ring, Mrs. Cortier.
Hello, you getting it? Okay, let me know, will you? Better work now.
Right, Max.
We can't stall much longer.
A few more seconds. You answer it, Mrs. Cortier, then hold on while you call your father-in-law.
All right.
Uh-huh.
What? 504? I've got it. It's in Bay 504. That means 36 selectors to check.
Okay, Max. All right, Mrs. Cortier. Remember, stall.
Hello?
I told you I wanted to speak to the old man.
He's here. I'll call him. Will you wait while I call him?
Go on, call him.
Please hold on.
Call him, will you?
Yes. Dad? Are you there, Dad? Dad?
No, Mr. Pope.
Just a minute. Max, hang on. Got the second digit. One more selector to check and they'll know the exchange. Okay, Mr. Cortier.
Hello?
Hurry it up, will you?
What took you so long?
Doris just called me. You see, it's a big house, and sometimes it's difficult to hear.
Never mind that.
Max, what's holding him up?
Well, you see, it's a lot to get quickly.
Have you got it?
I'm trying to explain to you. It's this way. 200,000 is a lot of money when you want it in a hurry. I've raised a lot of it by asking friends to see me through.
Okay. How much have you got?
I'm still short of a few thousand. Doris, how much is it, all told?
I've got it. It's the Dunkirk exchange. Okay, keep him talking, Mr. Cordier, just another half minute. Max, get the squads on the move. Go to Area 3RA and tell them to watch out for Cordier.
What's Morgan doing in that call box? What's he doing?
You don't seem to understand, Carr. 200,000's a lot to raise in a matter of hours.
Come on, get out.
What for?
I want to hurry Morgan up. Now get out.
What now?
Over to that call box.
But
what's wrong with you? What are you hanging back for? Come on, move! Move, I said!
Okay. Keep your hands off.
I owe you, Cordier. You don't do like I say, you'll get paid. Now walk ahead of me. That's it.
That's what I said.
Morgan.
Quiet. Well, listen, Cordier, I told you I want all of it, 200,000. Nothing less will do. Yeah, I know it takes time to raise. That's your business. Huh?
Morgan.
Just a minute. What's the idea, Carl? What are you doing here?
Come out of that call box, will you? Don't you see? Don't you figure? They keep you on the line now they trace the call.
Get back and let me finish. Come on out! Get your hands off me! Listen, there's a car! It's cops.
What did I tell you? You're talking your head off. What? No! What's that? Cordier hit me. Come back, Cordier!
Never mind him. They're coming!
I can see! I'm making a break! Okay, get it there. Hold it.
Ow! All right, don't shoot! Don't shoot! You can say I got my hands up, don't shoot!
Get out of the way, Morgan.
Why do you tell him not to shoot?
You tell him I want to talk to my wife.
Don't shoot me!
Okay, keep him up, you.
Hello?
Oh, Doris.
Gene. Oh, darling.
That's all right. I'm all right. The police are here.
Are you sure, Gene? It's all over now?
Yeah, darling. It's all over. I'll be home again soon. This time I'll be alone.
And so ends the General Motors Hour production of The Night Holds Terror, adapted from the Columbia film by Rue Pullen, in which you heard the following players: Reginald Lai, John Bushell, Margaret Christensen, Max Osbiston, David Eady, Brian Anderson, Terry McDermott. Our stars were Hart Maguire as Jean Cortier, June Salter as Doris Cortier, and Joe McCormick as Morgan. The General Motors Hour is directed by Harry Harper, who produced tonight's play. 1 week from tonight, ladies and gentlemen, the General Motors Hour will present The Hasty Heart, a tender and absorbing story of a young Scot condemned to die, but unaware of his fate. We shall star John Ewart. Until then, this is John Deese saying good night to you all from the General Motors Hour, which now signs off from the Macquarie Network and cooperating stations throughout Australia.
Thanks for listening, and until next time.